Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and fellow pirates who are down here to follow a journey, or an adventure, or shall I say, a voyage, on our adventures to find booty, pirates' booty, I should say, to swab them poop decks as well too, and to continue on with our season finale tonight. Let's go ahead and bring up the whole cast and everything as well too. Hello, cast! Welcome to your season finale of Voyage of the Siren Song.
Yay!
Ahoy,
Yes, you heard us right, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is our final, actually not just our season finale of Voyage of the Siren Song, but our final live broadcast on the DAT Network for the year 2021. That is right. After tonight, we're going to be gone forever until 2022. What? So, forever until 2022. That's all. That's all. But, yeah, my name is Adam Conn. I'm going to be your your crapton. I'm your crapton this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you're welcome. Your crapton and your sturry weaver of everything as well, too. I'm just going to say all my words incorrectly tonight, so that will be fun. But yeah, welcome, and just like always, I'm going to toss it over to our captain. Captain, tell us who you are, who you're playing, a little bit about, give me something a little bit about Shice's background, and where you think this story is heading, where Philip Rossi thinks that this adventure is taking us right now. Take it away, Captain.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name's Philip Rossi, and I'm playing Captain Shice Heisenberg. He is the aged wizard and happens to be the captain of the Siren Song. Something about Shice Heisenberg is that for over 60 years, he lived in a desert-bound magic school, hoping that one day he would be risen to become a professor, just like his mentor. But it was not to be, and that's why he started out adventuring. Now, as far as what I think is going to happen, I predict that we will talk to these people in the tower. We will get some money from them, but not as much as we want. And then we will go a-sailing, and something bad will happen, and there'll be a cliffhanger, and that's where we'll leave it.
Okay, with the prediction. I like it.
Let's start those predictions, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. And I'm going to kick it down to my first mate,
Damn it!
Diana
I'm
Restrepo.
tweeting still. I was having.
It's okay. We're live
from here.
I know, but I was having
get to be
computer issues. Okay, go for it, Eek. I'm almost done with my tweet.
Hey, everybody. My name is Dustin Zaney. I play Eek, the hobgoblin alchemist who likes to blow stuff up. A little bit about Eek. He is a little bit smaller than your average hobgoblin, and he's very distinctive because you can tell that one of his ears has been blown off. And there's a lot of theories on how it happened, but it's just lots of mysteries too. So Eek right now foresees a lot of napping in his future because he got the living crap just kicked out of him in this last fight. So much so that he was knocked unconscious. And after seeing the dead body of the pirate that we have been fighting come back to life, he's a little freaked out. So he spent most of his night drinking, eating, and then he's gonna go nappy nap in the magic hammock. So now I will kick it back up to our real first mate, Azara.
Well, before Azar does speak, Dustin, I want to know, where do you think this adventure is going to lead? What do you think is going to happen?
Out to sea, where I can blow some more stuff up.
That is definitely happening for sure.
Me, Dustin, or me, Eek?
You, Dustin.
Oh, well, we have a new heading for a new treasure, so I believe we're going to go on a treasure hunt, and something bad's going to happen. And I'm going to follow Rossi's lead on this, just because it's the season finale. I'm getting prepared to be like, yeah, let's go. Oh, and that's where we'll leave it.
Yeah.
Now back to Observer.
Hi friends, I'm Diana Restrepo. Most of you know me. I'm playing the first mate, Azara. I am an elf. She's a skald. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yes, I agree. We're going to be treasure hunting. I'm curious to see what the tattoo brings now on the palm of my hand, if that does anything. I'm curious to see how the relationships with everyone goes. And I think Azara would just be excited to try something new and something different and get off this horrible island of a mess. And yeah. And I'm sad it's the season finale.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it
Don't
to.
be sad.
I know, but I'm sad. I'm gonna give it to Brent. Go, Brent, go.
Thank you. All right. I am Brent. Brent Horst. I am playing Bennett. He's a big guy, kind of rough and tumble looking kind of person with lots of knives. He is kind of has a little bit of a bloody past, but I'll let you figure that out at some point. And where I think this is going, I think Rossi and Eek have a really, really good beat on things. Something bad's going to happen. I'm going to roll terribly. Everybody else is going to kill the monster, and yeah, I think that's how it's going to end up. But we'll see in what order that happens and the degree of severity to it.
Good, good. I've got you guys scared. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not exactly controlling my rolls. That's just kind of how I am.
Or
so.
am I?
All right, and up to Wendy.
Thanks, Brent. Hi, guys. Wendy Lee, Zany here, playing Aradia, the sea witch who likes to put people to sleep and also has the world's most adorable familiar, a la Taco.
Oh.
Taco Eyes. Activate.
Taco.
Taco Eyes, activate. There it is. Blink, blink. 2 blink means hi. 3 means go away. I'm taking a nap. That's a lot of blinks. That's a lot of naps. Taco's taking a lot of naps right now. So in the finale, what Wendy, as well as Aradia, really wants to see is the further conversation between one Lockhart and Azara. And now that they have matching tattoos, are they gonna finally go on a date once we get to like this whole treasure hunting thing could turn into a very long, very cute, lots of activities, dates, so you're not
Wendy.
looking for things to like fill the conversation.
I didn't agree to this tattoo first off.
Diana,
I wasn't the idiot that got matching tattoos with their
let
other
Lockhart have this moment.
afterwards. Okay, go on, Wendy.
Yeah, Aradia is definitely going to be, and Taco will be sitting back to see how that unfolds. And once we, if we get to there, Taco, 4 blink means you want drama. This is like now a Hallmark channel. Romantic movies. And I feel like if we get into some trouble, for some reason, something tells me that one young Barrett Changlin's going to help us out in battle. And hopefully he won't die. Oh, God. I need to send a letter to his mother.
So then you got to throw it to one final person, Wendy.
And I'm going to pass it up to Chew. Did I do it right? Yes!
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My
Matching
name is
tattoos.
James Chu. I play Lockhart the Redskin Raven. He is a tall tiefling man who got his horn back, thanks to his girlfriend who refuses to say it's his girlfriend. I'm just kidding.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Lockhart's pretty shaken up after losing a piece of him and getting it back. But I think he holds on to like that feeling. Well, because in Lockhart's eyes, people tell him stuff, but they don't usually do it. But here's Captain telling him that we will figure this out, and then he gets it back. So that's resonating with him. What I think might happen, I feel like our old captain might show his face again.
Oh no.
Or a kraken. I'm feeling like we're getting into like Kraken territory. And so
Bad idea.
that's where I'm
Bad
at.
idea.
Nice.
My
Nice.
cracks in my
Cool.
pants, so that's not coming out.
Leave it there, especially for streaming. That's for our OnlyCans page. Remember,
Oh my
with
god.
green beans. All good.
Green beans can't pay.
Oh, and Chu, I just want to ask: are you trying to, be the opposite of Rossi right now? You're nice and blue, and he's red.
Oh, he's all.
It's a move. It's a power move.
Super power
It
move.
is. I'm moving for his spot.
We can see more of his. We can see more of his chest, though. You gotta dip that shirt down a lot farther, dude. Yeah. There we go. Nice.
Hit that
Now,
donation button for more chest area.
Right?
And yes, thank you, Wendy. Speaking of donations as well, too, we do accept donations for the show. You definitely don't have to, but if you would like to help out our crew or hinder them in any way, you can donate for $5. You can donate a golden coin, which they can use to either give themselves a +1 or put a -1 onto somebody else. I don't know why they would do the -1 to me. I've talked about that before. They haven't done it yet, which I appreciate you guys. Thank you. For $10, you can donate a platinum piece to our players. It gives them a reroll. Essentially like a hero point in PF2, but it's not PF2, it's PF1 with a hero point, so you're welcome. $25, some piratical booty may come along. They have been gifted once before a helm of transportation, which they do not have in their possession anymore. But you can find something super cool for them to use. For $30, wild magic, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to see crazy madness happen? Wild magic. It's definitely sea-themed because, hello, we're all pirates out on the open water. And for $50, we have the Pieces of 8, or the Good Bad Table, as I like to say. We haven't dove into that yet, but it could be good, it could be bad. You never know. You never know. We'll never know until it happens. And if it doesn't happen, totally fine. Again, thank you guys so much for jumping in with us. You know what? Let's get started. It's season finale time. Who's ready to go on an adventure?
No!
Yay! Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's cold.
So, last time that we met our crew, the captain was getting the Siren Song ready because they were going after Isabella Inkskin Locke's ship. Eek was nowhere to be found because, as we also found the episode before, Eek had his life essence basically sucked out of him. Laying next to what was presumably the dead body of this captain of this other ship. Lockhart turns into a raven and flies off after him, finds his body unconscious, and finds this woman, broken neck, missing an arm, like crawling over, just like, trying to go after Eek. And he shoves Heartwall through her lower back, being a real smart-ass about it, and super cool and everything. Eek wakes up, starts freaking out because of what's happening with her, and then Lockhart in his head hears the voice of Heartwall, his sword, disappear. He starts getting incredibly angry, pulls the sword out, and they both go to chop this woman into more bits. I can't really say chop her down. She was already down, laying on the ground. She disappeared, got away, but then there was a giant explosion from up top of a giant net and harpoon capturing her in the water, pulling her back up onto the shore. Meanwhile, the captain and everybody else trying to keep track of where her ship was actually heading. It was a little ways ahead of her, and then Lockhart from back at the shore sends up a purple flare. Quite a few purple flares to signal them to come back. Azara being up in the crow's nest along with Shortstone, they see this. They go to turn around in Shortstone. Contrabar Shortstone, their lookout scouts, says to the captain and the rest of the crew that he can make it over onto the ship, hopefully kind of chart their whereabouts, and then maybe get a message back to our crew. As he jumped over the side, and it was dark out, they saw what looked like a winged creature start flying towards their ship in the cover of darkness. At that time, Azar also gave him the helm of transportation, or teleportation, to hopefully try to get back to him if he was in any trouble. They turn the ship around, go back into the cove, where they saw Roycer on the sand waiting for them. Lockhart also sitting over on the side of the beach, very disturbed and upset because of what happened with Hartwell. As the captain and Bennett go to talk to him, Eek is actually upstairs at this time too, drinking away and eating more food with the Lady of the Rock. Everybody eventually makes their way upstairs outside of Lockhart and Bennett, downstairs having a great brotherly moment. These two are like pals now. They're the Bash brothers from Mighty Ducks 2. It's awesome. Lockhart was the same size as Bennett for like a minute, and then his horn kind of grew back, so he's slightly taller than Bennett now. Again, just a little bit, like half a quarter of a third of an inch, just a tiny little bit. Once they get upstairs, they find out that this woman, Isabel Inkskin Locke, they see her sitting in a cell. Captain is trying to talk to her. She only wants to speak to him, and she tells him basically that she was sent to take care of the captain and his crew because there was a group of Sawagan that they actually came in contact with a few days prior to that. They actually killed the chieftain's son. The chieftain then hired Inkskin out to go after this crew. Obviously, she failed, and as she was also sitting there giving this information, she held up her glowing hand, showing that she actually had the essence of Heartwall in her hand, and Captain had to come and grab it. He persisted, trying to talk to her more, and then she started foaming at the mouth for some odd reason, having a spasm, and Azar runs and hacks off her hand, grabs it, and then she has the essence of Heartwall in her hand. She's magical. She has a magical hand. Soft hands. It's very soft hands. That time, they go back downstairs to find Lockhart. She is then able to instill Heartwall back into his proper place, into the Black Blade, but now she has a permanent tattoo of what looks like Heartwall on her hand. Magical moment between the two lovebirds, not lovebirds. We don't know yet. We haven't quite gotten in there just yet. But maybe we'll find out tonight. Yeah. As everybody's attempting to go to bed, get some more food, they get a call from the lady inside of the cell of Isabel. And they find a map and what looks like 5 sentences upon her back. Lady of the Rock tells them this is actually a map, potential way to find a very, very long-lost treasure, Man-Catcher Cove. And that is where we find all of our friends. Our crew, we say, leaning around this body with this tattoo on the back. But before we get into that, we're going to go back just a little bit. Really get into some Captain's Diary stuff. So, Captain, please, you read us some Captain logs and grace us with some of your past as to how you became part of this crew to begin with.
Sure. Yes. When we last talked, when we last visited the Captain's Diary, there were rumors of a mutiny, and a storm was brewing.
Did somebody say mutiny?
Day 7. Is a short entry, and it just says, as the sailors proclaimed, a storm is brewing, and it is. Day 8. In turbulent water, Gifford Tibbs went overboard into early morning. Eek and Lockhart dove into the sea in an attempt to rescue her, but were unsuccessful. Lockhart, upon failing to save the young Tibbs, was disheartened, and when Master Scourge spake foul of Tibbs, Lockhart rebelled and attempted to start a mutiny. A quick bit of sinking, and a little flame oozed the bait. Forced to work at night, little sleep, working up into rigging. Oh, tired. Day 9. Should still be called Day 8, as I have not yet truly slept. I am sent to the crow's nest. At least it is far from the deck with those brigands. Day 10. Given a special task by Mr. Plug to fetch lobster for the captain. I swim successfully. The captain rewards us for our success with a bottle. Eek assures us it is a potion of cure moderate wounds. Day 11. In the morning, I arose to find Lockhart missing. Dead, I presume. Azara seems to be overly concerned with his disappearance. Perhaps she has caught feelings for him? At any rate, I was assigned to swab the poop with Aradia. I have been given a pillow by Scourge. While attempting to comfort Azara, she brings to my attention a man in a cage and comes away with a parrot that calls itself Luck.
Thank you.
The 4 days.
Very good, Captain. Now, not only do we have the Captain's Diary, sorry, Lucas Martinez, I noticed that Lucas Martinez did say in chat he thought I said Captain's Diarrhea.
Perhaps.
But there is another message in a bottle that actually, when you open it up, it has a saying on there that we all say, and it's that we read comments. That's right. So if there's any comments in chat, let's pop over to chat really quick. It's season finale time. Let's go say hi to everybody. Right quick and fast. As everybody's favorite comments, Daniel Lands has resubscribed at tier 1 for 21 months. And we got a Darth Zany hosting us as well too.
Yay!
Looks like we got a Jer Bear, and we also got a John in here as well too. Oh, this is gonna be good. And John says, "Raise the anchor, batten the hatches, and raise the main mast. It's time to set sail for adventure and TPKs."
No.
New characters.
No.
I actually like
GTR.
it's Lucas Martinez's theory here that he thinks that Eek will give up his adventuring ways and get a cosmetology degree and make his own brand of cosmetics.
I can see that for sure. Pirates don't work out.
That theory. It's very tempting.
Blade GTR was saying, "I foresee chaos ensuing and some sweet, sweet loot." Thank you.
Yes, sweet loot.
See.
I like this one from Riopodes98. When I ask my players, what do you think is happening? It just means I didn't prep and I'm stealing their wonderfully paranoid ideas. Adam.
Real POTUS also says, James, Renaissance Man Chew, comedian, actor, gamer, GM, Zen life coach, and more. I don't know where that was going, but I'll take it.
You gotta order. You have to order like an oversized business card to fit all of that information on your business.
It'll never fit in your wallet, and you wonder why you even have it.
What's in your wallet?
Just carry it around with you.
It's Lucas Martinez says, am I rocking a Snuggie? No, it's just a very nice fleece blanket that my mother gave me.
Aww, oh, gave me a blankie.
Very comfortable.
She actually bought it when she was stationed in Korea, and this blanket is like 11 years old, and it's a cherished gift I have, but, you know, it's cool.
Oh, you
How
actually
cool.
have... What is it? Who had that in the Peanuts? The Linus had the blanket?
Yes, Linus. Yeah.
You actually have a comfort blanket. I love it.
I do.
Want to get demonetized?
All right, friends. So as I was saying, we left last week where all of you were looking over the body of Isabella Locke's, your Inkskin Locke. And on her tattoo, I'll kind of read it to you guys again. You found stylized half-sun sitting on the right of some of these islands, and there's images of a monstrous eye in the face of an age-bearded king to the left side of it. Beneath this crude map, there are 5 lines, reverse. From Blue's Light's embrace, spy the grave lady's prized tooth. With the dawn flower's first kiss, climb the captain's wayward orb to claim old king's hoard. Maybe the rock looks down at all of you eventually. You know, I've heard of this before. It sounds like the treasure. That's right, the treasure to a Mancatcher's Cove, I think it is. You've all heard the story of that, yeah? Yes.
Maybe roll knowledge local.
Have I heard
about Manchester? Yes. Any of you guys that have heard the story before, go ahead and roll me a knowledge local check.
Roll. Knowledge
My
local.
first 20. Everyone.
Nope.
I got it, guys. I got it. I've been on the seas. I got it.
And you just have to know
Dirty
exactly
20.
where it is.
Very nice. Yes. Anybody that got over 15, you guys would know that Mancatcher Cove, it is said that there was a pirate years and years ago called Captain Wolf, that he actually hid his treasure amongst this island. Treasure that he had plundered from other ships before. His ships had been blown to pieces, but he was able to hide this treasure. Nobody really knows what goods were actually left from it. But we know it was a pretty big stash of goodies. Now, it's also said that in Mancatcher Cove, he was able to summon a monster from the deep with tentacles, and that was able to destroy all ships that actually came into the cove.
Right.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Good job, Chew.
But then we
why'd
found
you have
out
to
as
bring
well
up the
too
Kraken?
that Captain
Why'd you have to
Wolf
bring up the
was
Kraken?
then Captain Wolf was then murdered in a coup by his own crew, a mutiny, as one would say. Nobody. He actually took the secret of it to his grave, and there were very few. He left his secrets to just a handful of people. And it seems like possibly one of these clues is actually inked on the back of Isabella's shoulder.
I would say
Now, if you guys want to try to figure out where this is, how close by Catcher Cove could be, I would need a knowledge geography check, please.
I got that.
I think I've got some of that. Geography.
I know I don't have any of that.
Is a
24.
Wrote a natural one, so I don't know anything.
Nat 20!
didn't roll much better. I got
Nice.
well, I got a natural 2, so that's a 5, 6, 7.
What skill are you using?
Knowledge geography.
Oh, cool. I have a 5 and everything. So, 25.
Yeah. So for those of you got above 15, you actually like the tales with Manchester Cove. Thinking about where you're at, you know that it is actually about 100 miles northwest from where you guys are. So leading farther away from the shackles, because all this giant island chain, far away from the shackles, great places for people to hide treasure. Pretty good indication that that's probably where it's going to be hidden at.
100 miles north.
100 miles northwest of Tidewater Rock, as far as the albatross flies. But
So does anybody know where we're going?
It's 100 miles north of the Tidewater Rock.
Yeah.
That's the last I've heard of it. My lady, would you be interested in joining us, or are you going to stay here?
oh no, love. I'm going to stay here. Simply because just to make sure if anyone else decides that they want to have a go at all of us, we'll be hopefully ready to go. But, no, I could not abandon our post here. But I would definitely say, and Captain, I know it's late and all of you should probably get some sleep. I think if we're able to, we should still strike that deal before all of you leave in the morning.
Well, I think that's a very wise thing and beneficial for both of us.
I agree with that, and we can talk about the terms for it in the morning. I am incredibly tired. I know Master Eek and I have been drinking for a while, waiting for your ship to come back, and he looks like he could probably pass out at any moment. And I would also suggest too, Captain, while you're thinking about it, I've heard of this tale of Mancatcher Cove before, but this riddle, this verse that was on her back, you all may want to look into that as well too. That could be important. I couldn't tell you about it. I have not heard that verse before, but think on it, get some sleep. I will see all of you in the morning. Please take any extra food that you would like from upstairs, and yes, have a good night. I'm going to retire for the evening. She holds her hand out to you, Captain.
I take it and kiss it.
Good. She holds her hand over to Lockhart.
He's gonna kind of like side eye and then give her a kiss. And I'm like, hey.
Bennett.
Bennett's going to kind of look at both, and he's going to give her hand a nice firm shake.
She looks at you and she just kind of smiles, gives you a little wink with it. Eek!
If I'm not mistaken, I'm passed out on the floor.
Oh, that's right. You fell asleep. Yep. She just kind of kicks you a little bit with her toe. You're like, okay. All right.
I'm like, all right, lady. Good night. And I'll just kiss her foot.
Puts her hand over to Azara.
my lady.
Alright, dear.
Good evening, my lady. Thank you for all the information and your hospitality.
Of course. Good night to all. I shall see you all in the morning. She disappears out the door. After chambers. Royster is still standing there. He's like, I can take all of you down below. Yes, please get some rest. We shall. When she talked about terms in the morning, I don't quite know what terms she intends to do. I know she was joking before the attack happened, but we'll discuss it more in the morning before you all take off. So Royster leads all of you downstairs.
Sorry,
No,
did you want us to kiss your hand too?
No, I would prefer that you did not try to kiss my hand. Thank you. That's a lot of heart. I appreciate it.
I just have one thing I need to grab first.
Yes, Captain.
And I will take out my knife and try to take the map with me.
Ooh.
I dig it. Give me a survival check, Captain. See how well you're able to. Do you have skinning or tanning by chance as a profession?
I do not.
All right, go ahead and give me a survival check. See how well you can cut this map off of her backside.
5.
Oh no!
I feel like I won't cut into it because I can do that well. It's more a matter of how good I do, you know? I think I probably cut too deep. Trying to saw in. Yeah,
you do that, and you just have a hunk of meat. Flesh. There's blood, all, and as you do, you turn it just slightly, and this spout of blood just shoots across the room and hits Aradia right in the shoulder. In blood.
I'm leaving. Thank you, Lockhart.
Everybody make a fortitude save or throw up.
But, so I will say you now have the map.
Yeah.
Big chunk. massive chunk of a map. As Royster escorts you all downstairs to your boats, he sees you guys off. As you get back over the siren song, Albert lifts all of you up. Welcome back, everybody. Okay? Anybody want a peanut?
I call dibs on the hammock.
Fine.
And Eek starts stumbling his way, more of not just starts going one way, starts trying to compensate, goes the other way, and starts. It's like he's making taking the most longest route to get to the captain's quarters. Okay.
The rest of you, is everybody else going to bed? Or not?
Wait, I would stop the captain. Captain. Captain Shice.
Yes.
I can scribe this piece of map of a mate onto a nice parchment paper if you want, so you don't have to carry skin around with you.
Oh, that's perfect. It was staining my pockets anyways. Here you are. Just take that right there.
Thanks. Let me take care of this, and I'll bring it back to you.
Perfect. We should keep the original copy just in case you miss something. There's a little bit of
a jar.
Do I have a what?
A jar?
And it should.
Jar?
I believe it should be stretched in some manner, otherwise it will sort of congeal. I may have left some of the meat on there. I think it probably needs to be scraped off somehow. And I believe there's a little bit of rib on this one, perhaps a little bit too deep.
Alright, well, it's a good thing I've slaughtered pigs and such. I will take care of that for you in the kitchen. Just don't tell anyone else, because I don't want anyone to think that there's human flesh on the kitchen table not in the world.
People get so squeamish in the pursuit of knowledge. So strange.
Yeah,
Good night, Azara.
Good night, Captain. I go down to the kitchen, and I grab some paper from my area. There's parchment paper and stuff.
Love it, John. Make a stretch map drum and start a drum circle.
Oh.
Love it. Everybody else going to bed? Anybody else staying up? Right.
No, I'm
Anybody
peeling
else?
skin off of flesh, so.
Peeling skin off. Give me a survival check, please, to see how well how well you are. At least.
Brent knows how to do this. Bennett, not so much.
6. Yeah, you're like trying to. I mean, this it's a big hunk of flesh, and you're just like hacking away at it, and it's like when you think about it, like Captain hacked all the way down to like her bone and everything too, and like all the muscle in the back of the ribs and stuff. It's a big old hunk of flesh. But I will say with your scribing skills, this will work for you. Able to at least kind of draw them out. It takes you a little bit of time because it is flesh. There's you're sitting by like a little candle. As you get that, or then you go into bed afterwards.
Yes, after I clean it up and write it on a piece of paper.
Yeah, you all drift off to sleep. You all essentially had a very crazy night. I mean, you pretty much picked up last week after this giant battle, but all of you rest incredibly peaceful. You all feel good. Everybody give me a will save, please.
$19.
Same.
18 for Aradia.
What'd you get, Bennett?
7.
7. Yeah, all of you wake up outside of Bennett in the morning to the ringing of your breakfast bell. Eek, you happen to glance over and you see Bennett just like passed out. Oh no, you wouldn't because you were actually in the captain's quarters, asleep in the hammock. Yeah, you guys wake up and Bennett, what are you dreaming about? What made you stay asleep? You did not wake up to the breakfast bell.
It was mostly just kind of nothingness, just peaceful oblivion, I guess. But there was a little bit of just kind of there was a nightmarish, nothing too scary, nothing that would make me wake up, but it wasn't exactly restful. Yeah, because hearing laughter and seeing fire and a big hunk of meat with a rib in it just kind of floating around, and seeing a little ship traveling on that hunk of meat. Yeah, it was a weird dream.
You actually get shaken awake, Benny, as everybody else is getting their food, and it's Rosie. Actually, our audience has not been introduced really to Rosie. Rosie is another member of the crew. She's a halfling. She has a masterwork hatchet on her side, and she also plays a violin as well too. Somebody in this crew actually has a giant crush on her, but we haven't seen her that much because she's been really busy with the crew. We did see her actually a little bit during the battle. Yeah, she just shakes you, and she's like, and it's are you all right? No, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. You were tossing and turning just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? I know everybody's been having trouble sleeping, especially after what happened last night.
Pirate's life, what do you expect?
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that. Come on, big guy, let's get some breakfast. And she just kind of smacks like your hip and walks away.
Alright, coming. I will head
Captain, there's a knock on your door in the morning, and as Mr. Chainland peeks his head in. Oh, good morning, Captain. You want your tea? Is there anything else that I could get for you?
Just some toast, please, Mr. Chainland. And after I'm done concentrating on fixing my spells for the day, we have your lesson, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course, Captain. Of course, Captain. All right. Do you want the rest of the crew? Or are you going to have a morning meeting at all?
A morning meeting as usual. Ooh, and if you could retrieve my map from Azara for me, that would be most kind.
Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain. Is it? goes running. The rest of you guys, breakfast for the morning. There is toast, which is actually really interesting. You actually see like this hunk of like iron that actually let's see how well he's doing with toast this morning. Okay, yeah, not too shabby, not drunk at all. It was an 8 for my percentiles. So you see like this hunk of iron with like this flame underneath it, and just like slabs of butter, and then just like this bread that he's got. And he's just and actually it looks like he's dipping it in like some eggs that he's got, and sprinkle of cinnamon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. I just gave you French toast for the season finale. Yummy, delicious. Get it in piratical bellies. But you guys see Barrett like run down really quick and he goes, Captain says that everybody needs make sure that you eat your food, and then we're gonna have a morning meeting, and he's gonna teach me how to do magic. And he just like grabs his stuff and he just runs up the stairs.
Thanks, Jalen. Wow.
Did he say he's going to learn how to do magic?
Yeah, I think that's what I heard him say. I think it was about time. I mean, he's young, but his life really was put in danger during that fight. So I think learning a little magic is going to be beneficial to keeping him alive.
Maybe I should learn some magic then too.
You are the only one who doesn't know magic.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. We can teach you a thing or two.
Really?
Well,
Sure.
what kind of spells would you be interested in learning?
I don't know. What?
Like, do you want to put people to sleep? Do you want to... No? It's really useful.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to think about it. Yeah, I guess I should look into that as like what type of things I would want to do.
You could always ask Shice if you could have a lesson at the same time as Chainlin. It's like a bonding experience.
Oh, that's cute.
Maybe I'll think about it, and I'm gonna keep eating.
Would I have noticed from the night before Azara's tattoo? Asking the DM.
You're
muted, DM.
Azara, would you have shown it to her at all? Shown it to anybody else?
Or did we see it when it happened? Was she touched
well,
my hand?
I mean, you guys saw the magic. Okay, yeah, you would have seen it, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have. You, me, and Shice would have seen it. I don't. And Chew. I don't think Bennett or Eek would have seen it yet. Or you would have seen the glowing at least.
Okay. So I'll scoot myself and my stack of French toast over to Azara, wherever she's sitting, and just in a more hushed tone, say, "Hey, how are you doing? Is your hand still doing that glowy thing?"
No, but I have a pretty cool tattoo of a sword on my hand. You see it?
Oh my gosh! Is it? Will it come off, or is it going to fade over time, or are you stuck with it?
I don't know. I think it's permanent. I mean, it's not talking to me, thank God. But
it was talking to you.
That was horrible.
I'm gonna put my ear to her hand.
No. Hello.
Hello. Oh.
Do you hear me?
You hear what sounds like flesh.
It sounds like your hand.
Oh, alrighty. It's not talking. I promise you.
All right. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll start glowing once. What if it acts like some sort of tracker device as we get closer to the treasure? Maybe it'll start glowing, and then when we find the treasure, it'll disappear.
Why is the radio listening to Azara's hand?
No! Are you serious?
What? Okay, fine. It doesn't have to be that treasure, okay?
No, it's
Lockhart.
not okay.
No,
Oh, no, it's
Wait,
Azara. Damn it.
Wait, where am I? Am I here with him?
What?
You're having breakfast right now. This is in Lockhart's head. That's why I said Lockhart.
Oh.
We didn't hear that part.
What? Lockhart.
Rewind.
Why is the radio like trying to listen into Zara's hand?
She thinks you're still in it.
That I'm still in it. That's funny. You should totally mess with her. That'd be really funny.
What? How would I mess with her? If
Don't know,
only I can hear you?
You mess with everybody else, don't you?
I mean, yeah. Oh well, I'm kind of going through something right now.
Well, you just eat your French toast then.
No, I'm sorry. I should commit.
Click.
And so in his... Oh, fine.
You just shut me off then.
What
I had
did
something
you have?
important to say.
What else did you want to tell me? What is it?
I had a dream about my father last night.
That's your father.
Yeah, it's the only memory I ever remember of him. But do you know anything about a bonded oath?
Well, I guess you could say the two of us are kind of bonded together, but that's really all I can think I know about it.
Yeah. Well, my family, if someone saves your life, you owe them a life.
Right.
I think I owe Captain
Chew, can you talk louder? Because the feedback is coming out really loud right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Adam, mute yourself for 1 second. Say what you just said, Chew.
Yeah, in my family, and it's the only lesson I've ever learned from my father, is that if someone saves your life, you owe theirs in return. And I think I might owe Captain my life for saving you. I saw my father do it, and I don't know. I need to find someone strong enough to be able to do it.
Understand. Hopefully, you'll be able to. Yeah, he did save my captain and Azora saved me. Did I tell you she has really soft hands?
Yeah, you talk in your sleep.
My bad.
There's a lot about soft hands. We need to talk about boundaries, or respecting women and treating them not as objects but as people. But it's okay. I'm learning it myself. I just got rid of the mermaid, so I'm feeling really weird right now.
Aradia, do you just see Lockhart talking to himself right now?
Yeah, it seems like to be a very serious.
I can't really hear
Zara,
him.
I think after what happened at the tower, I feel like maybe he's doing some sort of self-reflection. We talked about this before. He had quite a bit of temper. It was acted on reaction as opposed to thinking things through. But I think spending time with the rest of the crew has really taught him to be a little bit more considerate. I think he's trying to impress you as well.
I doubt that.
What? You don't see it.
No.
Everything he does, he tries to impress you.
She just.
I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. It's just, I think you're important to him, is what I'll say.
I know, but everyone is important to everyone right now in this ship.
Did you hear the patter feet? Yes, I know everyone is important to everybody. The captain needs you all up now because I need to learn my magic.
Okay,
Uh,
Changlin.
I guess
Why don't
I'll
you
take
eat
my
breakfast so you
to
have
go.
energy? Yes, I guess
Alright.
we're going. I'll take my French toast with me.
I do too. I forced
Maybe if he had that chain shit, he wouldn't run so fast.
Captain, a knock at your door. Chandler comes in with food and your tea for the morning as well too. Here you go, Captain, and he walks over and he just like shakes you, Eek. You pop up out of bed. He goes, "Here you go, Master Eek. Here's your French toast. Make sure it's quite delicious. All right, Captain, everybody's on their way, and then we can get on with our lesson as soon as we're done."
Very well, Mr. Changlin.
Master Eek, do not eat in the hammock, or else the captain is going to yell at me. Don't do that. Please step out of the hammock and sit in a chair.
You're muted, Justin. You're still
You're
muted,
muted, Eek.
Justin.
Uh-oh.
I'm so muted. I'm sorry. I was just so stunned by this delicious looking French toast that I was just like, if you didn't want me to eat it, why did you give it to me when I was in the hammock?
Because I was trying to
Captain?
upload it.
Chainlin, come here. Thanks for the French toast. Here, hold on to the French toast. Just take the French toast. Thank you.
Holding it.
He cops out of the hammock. Then he takes the French toast back and he goes over to like the captain's desk and just sits down and starts. Nom, 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 nom.
Bless you.
At that time, another knock at the door as the rest of your members show up.
Good morning, officers. I trust everybody has recovered from yesterday's activities.
Good morning.
Good morning, Captain.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
So for today,
You look like you're feeling at least a little better.
we will be with Aradia, trying to sell whatever wares the Lady of the Tower is willing to purchase, and then we will make all preparations. And I intend to set out. If we do not get any communication from our stowaway on our enemy's ship, I propose that we continue to follow this map.
Oh,
Right. Move that out.
what is
Spread it out. Mr. Chain of paperweight seems to be curling on the edge. There we go. Pretty good.
Okay.
It's starting to smell, but I think that with a couple candles, that won't be a problem.
Captain, I drew you the map.
Well, then why am I using this?
I don't know. You wanted to keep the skin. You asked me to get the flesh off of it.
Is this a trustworthy replica?
No, it's not replica. It's the actual skin off the back of that woman's back.
No, I know. It's a paper one. Is it a good replica?
Well, yes. Look at it side by side before that skin
Okay,
shrivels
hold
up
this
and
for me so I can
becomes
gaze
jerky.
upon it.
All right, I'll hold it.
Pretty
Here
good.
you go. Gaze upon it.
Yes. Yours doesn't have this spot. Oh, never mind. It's a mole. Okay. So
no.
But let's keep this one. Let's keep this one just in case we lose the paper one.
Okay, but you should put it in a jar, Captain.
All right, Mr. Chainlin, put this in some salt water and make sure it's sealed tightly so it does not rot. Okay. Very good. And please do not drip gore upon the deck. Clean this up. Okay. Now. Okay.
Chainlin,
so here
that
we
will
are.
go nowhere near my inventory. You understand me? Nowhere.
Chainlin, can you grab me a cup of tea as well? Thank you. Anyone else?
Poor kid.
Oh, if you're going down and getting some more tea,
nope, he's gone.
Just bring up whatever leftovers of the French toast.
All right. Sorry, Captain.
Very well. We are here, and I intend that we should sail towards this treasure map. Aradia, correct me if I'm wrong, but our monetary gain is not as much as one might expect for being pirates upon the seas.
Unfortunately, not, Captain. The lady has more than enough of those ivory candelabras, and while she does express her interest in liking them, she was not wanting to purchase additional ones from us. She did trade us some gold for 5 of our plunder, so we do have a little bit something to get us by. But hopefully, after we do a bout on this new island that we're going to, if we find anything, we can add it to the rest of our plunder, and hopefully the next port that we go to that's not going to try to kill us, we can gain some more money.
Good. Then I make a suggestion that we prepare to set sail to follow this map. Aradia, myself, and let's see here, Mr. Lockhart. We will go ashore and complete our business transactions with the lady. Eek, I believe there's much work to be done upon the ship. Seems to have taken a beating. Perhaps Mr. Ishmael can help you with that, and Azara, you can get an inventory of the crew, see how they're doing, and we can prepare to weigh anchor as soon as we have all of the goods aboard. We should waste not a minute.
Hi, Captain.
Does anyone have anything else?
Hi, Captain.
Yes.
Hi, Captain.
Okay, then. Dismissed.
Barrett comes running back to the door with some with some tea for everybody. And he's just like, Captain, it looks like I think the lady that you were talking about and the old man in the armor, it looks like they are actually over on the shore with a few of their guards and asking permission if they can come aboard the ship. I think they didn't want to bog you down with trying to get over to the shore. I think his name is Roy, sir, the old man.
Yes.
Yes, Captain. I think they wanted to come aboard and speak to you, and it sounded like he said that they did have the money as well too for you as well, and some other goods that they wished to give you. They wanted us to be on our way as soon as we could if we wanted to, because they knew that we were definitely pressed for time.
Oh, very good. We'll make it so.
Do you all want to stay in here, and once they get aboard, they can all come in here and meet you in here, or would you rather meet them out upon the deck, Captain?
We will do them due honor and meet them upon the deck.
Yes, Captain. He leads you out, and sure enough, you actually see Royster, Lady Smithy, in one of their own longboats with two of their guards make their way over to the side. Albert throws down the equipment to him, latches them up, and pulls themselves up. And Royster looks over. Good morning, Captain. Good morning, Siren Song crew. How are you on this fine day?
Well, we do very well, thank
you. Good. Yes, we knew that you were definitely going to be in somewhat of a hurry this morning. We wanted to give you your coin for all the gold that we had promised you. And he hands you a bag, pretty heavy bag of some coinage, because you guys were able to at least get off 5 points of plunder for yourselves. He says, also, there were some other items as well too, and he produces a chest and opens them up. He goes, this was actually found on Isabel, and I figured that maybe you would want to take a look at some of these items as well before you all took off. And then there was one other thing, and Lady Smithy wanted to talk to you about it. Lady Smithy steps forward. Yes, Captain, we had talked before you all left to come to an agreement with all of you. I don't know if we wanted to venture into, as business partners, one would say.
Please come into my quarters.
But of course. And steps inside. Is anybody else going in with the captain, or is anybody staying outside?
Yeah, Radia and Lockhart, right?
Okay, sure. Eek and Bennett, are you guys going?
To that loot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll check out the book in the chest. See what's in there.
Sure.
Am I getting any magic
Um,
feelings? Or just, like, shiny
Oh,
stuff?
are we all
Oh,
in
yeah.
there? I thought we were separating. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Well, we were,
Who's
but they came to us.
They
yeah.
came to us?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then I'll
Well,
just stand over
I
there.
would like to look in that chest if we can. But if we're going to talk now, I'm staying with the captain.
Okay. So Radia, Azara, Lockhart going with the captain, and Eke and Bennett going through the items. Sure. You guys walk in. Yes, James Chip.
As he's leaving, Lockhart's going to turn around and...
Better find me something cool.
So you guys walk in. Lady Smithy, she actually sits down at your table, Captain, at your desk, and she goes, "So, Captain, there are a couple different ways that we could go about this. Now, I know all of you thought I was joking a little bit. We were saying one thing that we could do is we could actually take you all hostage." And she just kind of smiles at that. She's like, that got a rise out of the big red man the other night. I thought that was funny. You all could just murder us here, and you could take the rock for yourselves, or there is one other thing we could do as well.
I
And
am very honored, but I am quite elderly, my lady, and I believe you could do much better.
Well, yes, I was thinking of a marriage proposal, Captain.
I was speaking in jest, but you are serious, my lady?
Oh, yes, but not. You are a very, very kind-hearted man. I'm actually referring to her, and she points at Zara.
Well, in that case, perhaps we should give you 5 minutes to discuss it. I feel like this is not.
Oh no,
of
no,
course
no,
not
no,
my
no!
place.
No, Captain.
First, Captain, the first, the first mate. We can't close, Captain.
Now,
Mr.
listen.
Raven,
I was at first thinking of you, Lockhart, but red is not really my color, unfortunately.
Right.
And the captain himself is too old for me. No offense, Captain, but somebody who was quite brave and actually quite beautiful as well too. I would not mind. And now, one thing I will say, Mrs. Zara, if we do come into this marriage, what it would be is you would essentially have all run with me as I could say as my partner in Tidewater Rock. Any goods that I do proclaim here that you could definitely, you and the rest of the crew could be a part of if you so desire. And whether we consummate the marriage is completely up to you.
Well, I feel like this is the perfect time that we should be going, Mr. Raven. I just,
Captain. Captain.
my tea, grab this. Mr. Lockhart, if you could hold this for me. 5 minutes, perhaps. No. I just have so much to do. I'll be right
I
back.
can't breathe. Captain.
And you guys go to exit. Eek and Bennett looking through that chest of stuff. A couple things that you see in there. You see a rapier, actually a very pretty looking rapier. You see a couple of daggers. You see what looks like a necklace, and you also see, you see a couple necklaces in there. And then you also see what looks like a almost like a tied headband that you guys actually remember that she was wearing upon her brow. And then you also see what looks like wooden dentures as well too.
Okay. She didn't look that old. I wonder what.
It wasn't full dentures. It looks like if you think about like some dentures people used to have, it would be like 2 teeth or something. They would put like a thing in their mouth. It looks like when you look at it, it looks like it was the back molars. So like 2 or 3 molars on like this denture metal work.
These are nice. And you're muted again. Can't hear a thing you're saying.
Sorry.
You're-
Sorry.
There you go.
I was
Yourself.
just, blown away by all these beautiful things. But, Bennett, seeing how you're here, how about I check to see if any of these daggers are magical? Like some magical daggers, Bennett?
Need
Sure.
you're looking for magic. I need some spellcraft.
Spellcraft. One of my expertises. As soon as I find it on my oh yeah. Okay, here we go, Bennett. Here is that is a 25. And I'm just looking all of these daggers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My skill, I can't hear a thing.
So one thing you notice, these are not magical daggers. You're not getting any magic from them, but they are masterwork daggers. So a set of masterwork daggers. The sword itself, as you're actually looking at this, and catching a little bit of that magic from it too, you, like, the name instantly pops into your head, because as you're looking at this, the hilt of this rapier, it looks like a writhing purple sea snake. And you remember hearing stories about this in pirate lore. It's called Brine's Sting. It's a +1 rapier. And what it does is, if you hit somebody with it, your target has to make a fortitude save, or they take a -1 penalty on attack and damage rolls for 1 round as salty brine drips painfully into their wound.
That's not bad.
Which then, on a successful critical hit against a creature with the aquatic or water subtype, the target takes an additional 3d6 points of damage as its flesh cracks and withers from dehydration as salt crystals form around the wound.
That's fun.
The other stuff, you actually can't quite tell what the headband is. Eek. Like, you're definitely catching some magic off of that, but it's very hard to determine what that is. And then you also notice, same thing with the necklace. The one necklace, though, it's a shark brooch, and it's a shark tooth necklace, and it looks like it's the same material as the necklace that Lockhart had found from the Sawagan. So it is made out of deep platinum. But you could probably get some money off of it as well, too, if you decided to sell it.
Money.
As you're looking through everything, you see Captain dragging Lockhart out of the captain's quarters.
Captain!
I know that was potentially very awkward. It seems like a very private conversation that we should not be a part of.
No,
Mr.
we
Eek,
should definitely be a part of it. How are you gonna let your first mate leave like that? And you see, Lockhart, slowly picking you up. And he's like, well, how are you gonna just let your first mate leave?
Mr. Raven, you place me back upon the deck.
Yes, I'm so sorry. And he, prestidigitates her clothes. Yes. Yes.
Now, Mr. Raven, you were once married, were you not?
Yes.
Did you
Did I tell you about
let
it?
outsiders determine whether Lavinia and you should consummate your marriage?
No.
So what place do I have as the captain of the Siren Song, or you as the master at arms mate to tell Azara what she should not do with the Lady of the Tower?
Yeah, but what if there are outstanding circumstances that make you might not want a situation like that to happen?
And that is a decision that Azara should make for herself, which is why we are standing outside of that room.
I really thought she was going to
Why
ask to
don't
marry
we
you.
why don't we talk to Mr. Eek? He has a treasure box right here. Doesn't that look exciting? Look at that. Won't that be so fun? Let's go see.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Yeah,
God.
yeah.
As you guys walk over towards the map, we actually kind of go back and through the keyhole in the captain's quarters as we see Lady Smithy, Azara standing there, and Aradia at the same time as well. And actually, both of you, give me a perception check real quick. Azara and Aradia, please.
Do I have pluck in here? Probably not.
Oh
right?
god, that's bad.
Another 20.
Perception.
10. Without pluck, I'll just say pluck is outside. 27. I have him waiting for
27.
Swordstone.
Yeah. As you as like everybody leaves, like you're kind of taking this all in. You kind of watch as the men leave, and as they shut the door behind them, you see like standing behind the door with his eyes wide open is like Barrack Chamberlain, just like standing there. He just kind of slinks farther back into the corner. And Lady Smithy speaks up. She goes, "So, my dear, what say you to that? I know it has sprung upon you quite quickly, but I leave the decision up to you. I feel like you'd be a good one to do this. And again, we could make it last for about a year. One of my guards is actually a judge. Could marry us right away. We signed some paperwork, and as I said, you would have access to the tower anytime that you wanted."
My lady, I'm very flattered, but I do spend most of my time on the sea. We would not have the chance to get to know each other. I can't stay here. My life is on the sea with all of them and my family, and I look at Aradia.
Oh, my dear, don't worry. My husband was out at sea I hardly ever saw him, which was totally fun. He talked a lot. No, I'm just saying that this, in case anybody would happen to come to this island or whatever, you would technically also be considered one of the, I guess you could say, partial owners of Tidewater Rock.
Oh. I mean, that's, again, I don't know if I'm the right fit for you. I don't even know you, my lady.
Oh, it's fine. I don't even know you. I'm just saying it's one of the best ways that you could possibly get away with any goods that come through here. Think of it more as like more of a business transaction, and then perhaps if you come back and visit, we can get to know each other more.
May I think about this?
I mean, of course, if you so desire. I don't know when the next time you will be back. What if someone else just happens in my life, and I have to propose to them because they decided that they would rather have a marriage with me?
I mean, maybe there's someone who would stay here with you and.
She grabs your hands and she goes, "Listen, Zara, you are thinking way too much about this. It does not have to be about love. Again, simple business transaction. You go about living your life the way that you want, totally fine. I'm just giving you an opportunity, something that could be beneficial to you and your crew. Because you and your crew seem very trustworthy, and I think you seem as one of the most trustworthy that I have met from this crew as well."
Just look over at Aradia.
I'm gonna do a little motion her over.
May I have a moment with my good friend Aradia?
That's totally fine. It's okay. She goes and she sits back down. She actually goes over and just plops down on the captain's bed, kind of. Doesn't put her
my
feet
lady,
up on
would
the
you
bed.
like to try the hammock?
Oh no, I'm totally fine. This is quite comfortable. Please talk.
Awkward. Oh man.
I'm going to step outside with Aradia for just one moment, please.
Open the door.
You
Grab her wrist.
go
And
to
come through.
you go to
just
step
need some
outside
fresh air.
and everybody's outside. You guys are looking around the treasure chest. You guys look up and you see Aradia and Azar step out of the captain's quarters. No Lady Smithy though.
I'm gonna look at them and go, no questions to everybody else, and I'll whisper to Azara, and I'll say, I know this is really sudden. How do you feel about it? It sounds like to me she wants to do this as a favor to the crew, as a business transaction. Again, the choice is yours ultimately, but this would keep us in favor with the Lady of the Rock.
No, I
And-
agree.
And I know it's weird. I know it's weird, but it's I feel it would be beneficial. However, if you are uncomfortable with it, obviously we can say no, and I think the captain would not disagree. But think of things that it can give us a bit of an edge where we go. You know, Azara, the other lady of Tightwater Rock.
You know, Radia, between you and I love a man, I love a woman for the woman. I love whoever I am attracted to. But I do agree this may be beneficial. I mean, it seems like everyone on this ship is married, so I guess I should just be married
It does seem
too.
like it. And I mean, this is just on paper. She said that, you know,
Half of you.
some of you. She does say that she never saw her husband, and he was her husband for a while. So this isn't really necessarily for love, but as for a business partnership.
Well, I mean,
But it's up to you.
things
If you're
go-
uncomfortable, do you want to talk to the captain?
should we ask Captain? He's going to say yes. You know he's going to say yes.
Well, you don't know that. The captain's very wise. I'm gonna
All right, well, bring
motion
Dice
for the
over.
captain to come over. I'm gonna wave. Captain! Just the captain.
Yes.
Just the captain.
Aradia,
so the lady,
Zara, how can I be helpful?
the Lady of the Rock is basically saying it would be more of a business transaction on marriage, so that way I could have a ties of our crew with their crew in case we need help. She's not necessarily saying I have to be in love with her, and she understands I'm going to be out on the sea most often. Do you think it would be beneficial? Aradia thinks it's beneficial.
Well, it certainly provides some income for you, Azara. That is a benefit, and she's a lady after all. And who marries for love? Apart from the peasants, everything else is some sort of contract. One would wonder if it's a business transaction. What does she get out of it if it is not her being so attracted to you? I mean,
I don't think it's attraction, Captain. I think she said it's loyalty. I didn't steal from them when I was their hostage.
That's
so.
She brings up a good point.
So she just marries whoever doesn't steal from her?
No, I think she just trusts me.
Well, what is she? If it's about business, what is she getting out of it? One wonders. Either she,
a hot wife.
What?
A hot wife.
What?
Yes.
Oh, well, that is one option. Either she needs some sort of alliance with the Siren song and wishes to seal the deal like a landed noble, or she just I mean, it's you know.
Oh, for heaven's sake, give me a yes or no, Captain. Am I doing this or?
But that's not what I don't know. It's just I'm saying that either she wants an alliance, or as Aradia said, that she wishes to, you know, it's and that is why. But she must want something.
She doesn't want anything. I don't even have to be intimate.
You don't have to.
Her,
she doesn't have to be there. She doesn't have to see her. And she even said she put a time limit on it. She said it could be up to a year, and that's it.
So maybe she's in it for the long haul and wants to do stuff with you. I mean, look at you. You're tall and elfy, and you're young still. You're spry. It's, you know, attractive to some people, and she's all alone in this tower. Maybe just once a year or something is good enough for her. I don't know. I don't know what she wants. But she's got to want something. Why is she just giving away half her money for free? It doesn't make any sense. Unless, of
Will
course,
you
she's just
talk
one of
to
those
her?
people who hates to be alone. That could be it.
But she said her husband has been out at sea for years, and she didn't care.
Maybe she just likes the security of being married. I'm not sure. But you should ask her what she wants out of it. Right now, she's just giving away half of her stuff for free, and it doesn't make any sense. But that's the bottom of the day, Azara. What I have to say to you is do what you want, because it's your marriage. Or not marriage. And I think that you should really think of is that someone that you yourself one day might want, because you'll be married and everything, and I don't know, just that's what you should think about it, because it could happen. I think. Because you would be married. Do I understand you're an elf, but do I need to explain to you what married? Perhaps actually I should get Mr. Raven. He has actually been married.
Captain.
I have not.
She's
Captain,
understand.
Captain, I don't think you have to try to explain to her anymore. But yes, as she was saying, purely business transactional, and one, this is as a thank you for taking care of Isabella for us and protecting all of us as well. You saved Royster, and this is the least that I can do for now. And I figured this was a great opportunity. My dear, if you do not want to, that is fine. I will just ask Aradia.
No. I pushed Radia back because Azara would do anything for her crew, so alright. Let's get married.
Yes.
She
says,
never mind, I guess it.
She says, Charlie, please step forward. And one of her guards actually steps forward. And he goes, right, here, actually, I have a document here for you to sign, Miss Zora. It just says that the two of you are going to be married for at least a term of a year. Purely, well, not purely, but is going to be business transactional with an opportunity for love. Who knows? It is totally fine. But yes, this is how we sign things. We need your name, your birth name. If we could have a blood signature as well too, we will do an exchange of rings, say a couple vows, and then you are good to go.
I don't know my real name. It's just
Totally
I've always
fine.
been called
No
Azara.
worries. Sounds good to me. Lady Azara of Tidewater Rock. Yes, I will get back to you, Mr. Lockhart, in just a moment.
Wait!
Radia, do you want to get married instead? What's wrong?
Azara, look at the fine print. There's always tiny words on the bottom.
Here you go, you read it.
You look and there's no fine
Okay.
print.
Okay.
wanted
I
to
think
do
it's
a
okay to
spell
sign.
check, a spell
Just
craft
dirt.
check on the contract to see if it was magical.
It is not magical.
God.
Mm.
Can I also do a not bluff? What is it in
Sense
here? Sense motive check
Insight?
on.
Yes, that's what.
Sure. Yeah,
Just
you give me a sense
small
motive.
Conversation.
Yep. And Bennett, I need a perception check from you. So.
Why?
I
I have nothing
going
to do with this
to-
conversation.
I'm gonna use my gold coin from last week from John Christian to give me a +1 for 17.
17. I mean, all of this seems very, very tried and true. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like she's lying
Just to be
like
safe.
at all. She seems very genuine about it.
All right.
18.
18.
Wow, Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett, as you're standing there looking through all the stuff in this tray, you actually you kind of look down a little bit and you see that dagger of yours is glowing.
The dagger of judgment.
Yes.
Okay. Eek. Or pull out the dagger. What does do you know? Does anybody know what this means, Captain? What does this mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Adam,
interesting.
would I have known? Would I have known when I told him what it was when he attacked me?
No, that's
Sorry.
a different. This is the dagger you guys got off the ship that you fought the Swagan on.
Oh.
Can I do a quick detect magic?
Yeah, all of us. Yeah.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
I
the
mean
one
you
that
guys.
I have no idea what it does.
Spellcraft.
Well, I mean you guys tried it on it before. It is a new day. You can try it.
I didn't do
Can I
good.
do spellcraft?
I don't.
Anybody go for it? Anybody get it?
Oh,
So I
yeah.
rolled
Okay.
an
I
natural.
wrote.
So it's an
Then it hands
11.
it to me, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And that is
Yeah, you've seen it.
fuck. That's a 13.
Glowing.
What the hell? Has it ever done that before?
Well, I've
Just
only
like
had it for a
Usual
day.
occurrence?
It did.
Hey, Captain!
I mean, I was
Yes,
able to
hold
use
up
it
the
once.
Ah,
It's
dagger.
glowing.
Very good.
No, it's glowing. What is it? You're
That's-
the master spell person. What does that mean?
Well, it means it's emitting light. Let me see here. I have a spellcraft of 15.
Oh no, it's
Don't you also
glowing
have
for
a way
some
to
reason.
identify it?
So, Mrs. Zara, please, if you while they're figuring out about this glowing dagger, please just sign your name.
Yes.
And then he produces. All right, he produces 2 rings. Yes, Lady Azara, something else that you are objecting to? Or radio?
I rolled a 25 for spellcraft.
25 for spellcraft. Yeah, actually, it's very far and in between tales that you've heard of daggers such as this. A dagger of judgment, Aurelia. But a dagger of judgment tends to be able to point to you when you are in the vicinity to somebody that used to be a judge.
A judge.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll tell them. I'll tell people after the marriage.
So, my ladies, 2 rings for you, and they're 2 silver bands as well. Now, my lady, these are magical bands. You can change it to whatever color you so desire, but hands it to you, and they're both silver. Please, each of you, take one in your hand. Please place them on the finger of the other one, and please, both of you, repeat after me. I state your state your name.
State your name. Oh.
No, you actually say. Lady Smithy of Tidewater Rock. I take you as my.
Zara.
Yes, I take you, the other one of me.
I take you the other one of me.
To be my mate upon the seas.
Be my mate upon the seas.
To find you when the sun sets.
Oh, that's romantic. To find you when the sun sets.
And to see you as the sun rises.
And to see where the sun rises.
Yes, so this is a very intimate thing. It's very easy the way that we do things. You two, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you Mrs. and Mrs. of Tidewater Rock. You may kiss the bride. And she actually grabs you and pulls you in and kisses you.
Oh.
Let you go. She goes,
I think Lockhart came back from being fainted, saw them kiss, and went, "Ah!"
We're married!
Yes. And she looks at you and she says, well, congratulations, my dear. Now, I'm sure Captain, my dear, and she just kind of winks at you, Azara, I'm sure you all have things to do. Please come back. I shall be waiting for you on your return. She grabs your hand and kisses it, Azara.
I've heard I have soft hands, my lady.
Oh, you actually do have very soft hands. I like soft hands. Soft hands are always good. She winks at you, turns, and walks away.
How has Heartwall been feeling about this situation?
I mean, good for her. Well, I don't. Well, I mean, you're not happy
shut up.
for her.
No,
It's a beautiful
click,
thing.
Click, click.
As she turns and hops back in her boat, Roycer looks at you, Captain, as well too, and says, "Yes, please come back whenever you can. Please be careful on your journey. Anything that you find, there have been ships that have gone to Mancatcher Cove in the past and not returned. So please be careful if we're actually going for this treasure. And we will see you when you return." Gets in the boat.
Royce,
Yes, my lady.
question. What's the Lady of the Rock's first name?
You don't know your
Lady of
wife's
the-
name?
I don't think so.
It's a gas.
I guess
I know
that.
that one.
Augusta, yeah.
Oh, Augusta Smithy. Okay, sorry,
Mhm.
I didn't write it down.
Yes. Yes, it's Augusta, my lady. Might be wise to know your wife's name. Yes, another
No,
question.
sorry. How many times has she been married before?
As long as I have known her, only to her husband.
How long were they together for?
Until we found out that she had died about 7 years ago. I think they were married for a good 12 years. It's been almost 20 years since she has been married to anyone, as far as I know.
Right.
He's a cougar.
Do not talk about the Lady of the Rock that way, Mr. Bennett.
There's
Yes,
two
do not
of them.
talk to me that way, Bennett.
As he hops in the boats and Albert lowers them, they start rowing back. You actually see Lady Smithy just kind of looking up at you as her arm just kind of blows you a little kiss. They make it back to the shore as they work their way back up into the tower.
Well,
Right.
that was not how I thought this morning was going to go.
Surprise
No,
weddings
but-
for all.
I'm actually surprised that Lockhart wasn't like, I have Jack. Why didn't you do
Walker's
that?
still passed out on the
Oh, that's why. Well, he reaches into his pocket and like pulls out like a little bit of. He doesn't really have rice, and he's just gonna pull out just a little bit of like gunpowder that he had and like muzzle top. And all right, well, congratulations, especially Azara. We have gifts. We have wedding gifts here. And he like points to the treasure. I've
Adam,
gone
can you
through
mute,
some of this
please?
cool stuff. We have a magical rapier, a whole bunch of masterwork daggers. I believe we have 2 magical work daggers. Or was there more?
Magical work daggers.
Non-magical work daggers.
Masterwork.
Yeah, those masterwork daggers. Captain, you might want to take a look at this necklace. I have no I know my magic stuff okay. But that thing's magical and I have no idea what it does. Same thing with the headband. Both of those things are magical and I don't know what they do. Some teeth.
Some teeth.
Real quick, were the teeth magical?
I think the
Okay,
teeth were
no
just like
magical
deep
teeth.
flat in the shark's
Eek,
tooth.
Eek's just like, he starts looking at them and he's just like, these aren't magical. And he just starts like playing with them.
Well, as you actually do, you notice that the back wooden tooth, like the top, kind of pops off from it. And you look inside and you see a black, it looks like a blackened needle inside of it.
Ugh.
I'm going to examine it for poison.
Examine it for poison, yeah, give me a check.
What kind of check is that?
Give me a survival check.
Medicine?
Dentistry.
Oh, come here. What roll that dice? That dice is really far away now. You said medicine or what?
I'll take medicine or survival, whichever one.
Oh, okay. Which one is higher?
This game doesn't have medicine.
Oh, well then
Oh, no,
I
this
guess
one
it's
doesn't.
survival then.
Survival.
Then
It's
oh,
another game.
okay. And this would be a 14.
14. You can't really tell what kind. You could definitely tell there was poison in this needle, and you start to think a little bit as you kind of tell everybody that it all kind of makes sense to all of you when she was chatting with you in the cell, why she started foaming at the mouth. And she started going into seizures as well, too. It looks like she essentially, whatever poison was on this needle, she was able to inject it into her mouth and basically took her life.
It makes me so uncomfortable.
I am going to play it because he definitely wants to see if he can find out what kind of poison this is, and maybe seeing how he does have the skill of some poison skills. I want to put these poison skills to the test, but we'll take care of that later.
As
The items.
Daggers. I'm going to hold up the masterwork daggers because I have 2 of those already. Does anybody want these?
I can always put them into our inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I also have 2 regular daggers that I could swap out, so then I have 4 masterwork daggers, and I don't have to worry about as much as much of a variation in the daggers that I use.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give me your old regular ones, I can put those in the inventory.
Yep. Pull out the
Instead.
2 regular daggers out of my boots, hand them over to Aradia, and take the other 2, twirl them a little bit, and stick them in my boots.
There was 2 necklaces, correct?
Yes, one of them was the deep platinum, and another one was magical. But as you all are examining your goodies as well, too, Captain, are you having the ship get ready?
Yeah, I'm having the ship get ready, and I'll take a look at the items that we haven't identified.
Sure. As everybody starts going about their business on the ship, we start sailing to the northwest, away from Tidewater Rock. And Azar, give me a perception check really quick. I'll say the pluck was on your shoulder.
That's 22.
22. As you start sailing away, you happen to look up, and at the very top of the tower, you see the Lady of the Rock wearing this purple flowing gown, as she's just standing there watching you as you sail off into the horizon. We will find out the next part of your journey, my friends, when we come back from a little bit of a break, because GM really got to go potty. So, friends, don't go anywhere. We shall return for some more Voyage of the Siren song.
Before we leave, I want to mention a chat from Lucas Martinez. Man, Lockhart is not having a good couple of days. Forgot his mithril belly shirt, lost his horn, lost his magic sword, got it back, had an emotional breakdown, lost his maybe love interest to another woman. Lockhart's not having a good day.
Yeah. We'll get back to hopefully Lockhart having a better day when we come back. We'll be back in about 9 minutes, friends.
All right, see you in 9.
mighty Dark One, hear my summons. Bring plague and misery unto this wretched world, and be born again in the blood of this unworthy servant.
What are you guys doing in here?
Huh? Nothing.
I thought you said no one was at home.
Nobody's supposed to be home. When do you get out of here?
No. Why are you wearing dresses?
This is not
There's a pentagon on the wall.
That's a pentagram.
That's a pentagon.
It's a pentagram.
Gone.
Pentagram.
Gone. It's a pentagon that has to have a star to be a pentagram. Are you guys forming a cult?
We are summoning a god of pain and destruction to rain misery on my stupid stepdad for being a total boner.
Sick.
And Kyle Bates, because he ruined the next season of Game of Thrones for me when I specifically told him I hadn't read the books.
Douche.
Is there gonna be a human sacrifice?
Yes.
No. What?
Whatever. I'm in.
You can't.
No.
Just be in. Like, there's a whole process.
Let me in your cult, or I'm gonna tell Leonard about the time I caught you trying on my bras in my room.
What?
What?
No.
Wait, that's not how you do that, is it? Let me in your cult, or I'll tell Mom that you used her candles for a satanic ritual.
No. Go back to the part about him trying to
that didn't
bras.
happen.
In season 4 of Game of Thrones, Tyrion and
You can be in the cult.
What?
Thank
No,
you.
she cannot be in the cult.
Definitely in the cult now. Thank you.
Gonna put up with this?
I do have a knife in my hand.
She does have a knife. It's a good point.
Okay, God. Everyone gather. You're gonna cut your hand and give an incantation to the dark void.
Oh, dark monster thing. Bring sadness. You know what? This is dumb. Can we get to the part with the human sacrifice?
There's no human sacrifice.
Dude.
What? How? You have to have like a fatted calf
Yes.
No.
or a unicorn.
Why are you agreeing with her?
Or a virgin.
Absolutely.
We can use Leonard.
No, you can't use me. Guys, I'm totally not a virgin, all right?
not a virgin.
Prove
I've
it.
done the sex.
Describe it in detail.
There's two of
Step
us.
one.
Step one, man loves a woman. And then
I'll take that.
And plus, this one was trying on bras in my room. Pretty sure still a virgin.
We could kill Alan.
And we can kill Alan.
Kill Alan!
We're not killing anybody. Cut your hand, put blood in the bowl. No more fun.
Wait. Did one of you already use this?
No.
Because I would bet money that one of you's a leper.
This is why I didn't want her to be in the cult.
I didn't want her in the cult.
I don't want you in the cult.
It's not your cult.
It is now.
You know what? Fine. I don't want to do this anymore. There is no cult.
You can't.
No cult.
Leonard. You're a nightmare.
I'm a hero. I just saved the entire world from your evil cult.
What? Okay, good.
My dad needs his bowl. No cult.
Be done. Leonard,
Excuse me.
you're a nightmare.
I'm a nightmare? I just saved the world from your evil cult. Get out of here. Get out of here.
My dad needs his bowl and his letter opener. I'm gonna get that back.
I'll get it to you. I'll see you later. Tuesday. You got white
Your
stuff.
friend sucks.
Are you okay?
I'm so sorry about the
Are you
wax.
all right?
Fine.
Oh my
I'm
god.
so sorry.
The wrong sound is never right. Don't let the wrong sound ruin the moment at your gaming table. Sirenscape has dozens of sound sets designed by gamers for gamers that add the atmosphere you need for epic tabletop gaming. See? The right sound sounds right. Epic games need epic sound. Journey to Sirenscape.com to download the app for free. And be sure to catch Sirenscape in action on Dragons and Things every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch.
The mighty red dragon swoops in over the battlefield. The wind beating from its wings nearly knocks you over. As you stand in its mighty presence, you realize there is no hope for any of you.
Well, I'm out of spells, so I'm just a 10th level dude.
And I'm still unconscious. So if one of you could please go into my bag and get my healing potion, that'd be great.
Then I smash the lizard. Raging, charging, power attack.
Roll your worthless attack. Your pitiful attack glances off the dragon's scale, and it opens its mouth, casting you in the molten glow of its inner heat as it prepares to release its fiery breath upon you all.
Wait, I haven't gone yet.
What weapon could you possibly have to defeat the great dragon?
The greatest weapon in all the realm, forged by Norse foundry to defeat all evil.
No, it can't be.
Take up a fight against evil with the finest weapons in the realm at NorseFoundry.com. And be sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday night on Twitch.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Voyage of the Siren Song. Hope you all were able to get something to drink, to eat, kick off those booties, and let's continue with our journey. Hello, and welcome back, crew. You all have a nice break.
Hello. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Feel much lighter.
Good. Chu, did you have a good cry, my friend? Are you okay?
Aw.
I don't want to talk about it.
Again, business transaction.
For now.
Illegal, which means... Sorry, Lockhart, you gotta look.
Yeah. So
fair,
before we
he's
continue
married
on...
too.
Oh my god. Sorry, hold on real fast. Now Azara can randomly go, I have a wife!
For the longest time when we first started playing this game, when anybody would say something to Lockhart about intimacy or anything about another woman, he would just scream out, I have a wife! That's real. But before we continue with our adventure, friends, let's go ahead and let's say hi to our audience really quick. Let's read some more comments, everybody.
Let's go comments. Let's see here. It's Lucas Martinez. It's the latest one that just came in that says, do we need to update the opening credit with Azara's new married last name? Question mark. Next season.
Azara Smithy?
Yes.
Lucas also says, wait!
And then,
no bridal shower, no dress, no bachelorette party, no gift registry?
Guess what to do it on the cooking stream.
It saves us money.
It's Lucas has been on a roll because I saw this a while ago and I wanted to bring it up. So Lockhart sees Azara skinning the flesh off a rib bone, and there you see her sitting there across the way. She ain't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. You don't want her dying to try. You want to kiss the girl. I love it.
That was good. Let's see.
That fan, best fan.
aww.
That fan, best fan. For sure.
Did we read this one? This is from way earlier. The Real POTUS 98 says, Azara, is tonight Netflix? Disney Plus? HBO Max? Nah, let's stretch some flesh.
Yuck.
I feel like we should have just tanned it. Why didn't we just give it to Fish God and be like, "Here, tan this"?
You know.
Would that make
he
the
would
ink on
have
it
probably would have
fade?
cut it up. He would have probably cut it up and stuck it in a stew.
Let's not give it a Fish God. Let's not do that. I don't want that.
It will be his mystery meat stew.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, no.
Never trust the mystery meat.
All right, friends.
No.
So, where we left off, you all were leaving Tidewater Rock, with Azara seeing her new wife up in the top of the towers, faded away into the distance. I'll say that this first day, actually, of sailing, from what you guys actually determined from your maps and everything, it'll take you roughly about 2.5 days to get there. Depending on... yes, Brent, hand raised. Go ahead.
May I attempt to make some bullets and gunpowder again?
You sure can. It's going to be a lot easier for you this time. I will say that you're able to, just because it is your second time trying it, so you are successful. Yes.
Excellent.
Did the rest of you guys want to try to figure out what the magical necklace and the headband were? Go ahead, give me some other... Yes, for those of you that did not attempt a spellcraft, go ahead and give me one.
What if we're not trained in it?
Spellcraft is one you need to be trained in.
14.
Captain, what'd you get?
Arcana. Oh, Captain's got
This
it. 20. What'd you get, Captain Power Ranger?
Dun 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 dun.
32.
32.
Oh. 32. Wow, I only got
That's why the karate
22.
moves.
Nice.
32.
Is that a nat 20 or no?
That's a nat 20.
Go,
yeah.
Captain Shah.
Very nice, Captain. So, Captain, the amulet itself, the one necklace, the other non-magical, or the magical necklace, is a amulet of natural armor +2. And the headband, it's called the headband of alluring charisma +2.
Wow.
So the amulet will give you a +2 to your armor, and alluring charisma will bump somebody's charisma up by 2.
Dang.
Just good stuff. It's good stuff.
Are any of you guys charisma casters?
Bennett.
No.
Bennett, put your hand down.
Maybe I could be one day.
I have an 18 in charisma.
Well, this would put you at a 20.
Ooh, nasty. Oh, that just means her saves and stuff.
I do have a negative in charisma. If that's shocking.
Yeah, we can tell you.
Oh, okay. That sounded like it was real. That sounded like it was more Rossi than Chase Heisenberg right there.
Because it was.
Well, I guess.
Charisma.
Am I the only charisma?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I guess you should take the headband.
Then, sure. If no one else can use it and roll off, then I will take it. Ooh, this is lovely. Put it on.
What about this?
What does it look like, Azara?
I don't know. What does it look like, GM?
You tell me what's it look like.
Okay, it came off the snake. It's this lady who looks like snakes and tattoos, I would assume. Kind of Celtic knot-ish, dark green, foresty, like just like almost like Celtic knots, but resembles more of waves of the ocean. And it's underneath my hat.
Cool.
And my hat.
And your hat, you can borrow my headband when you want to, Bennett. You know, you have a lot of hair, so you might need a headband.
To hold my hair back. That'd be nice.
Okay. And then we have this armor of amulet of natural healing +2.
Natural healing.
Natural healing.
Natural armor.
Natural armor.
Like,
does that give you +2 to your AC?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need it.
No, Lockhart.
I want a pendant of natural healing.
Lockhart would like that.
No, you're like unbeatable right now.
Obviously, we shouldn't give
Not
it to Brent
without
because he already
my
has that
mithril
ring of
chain.
invisibility he's not using.
What?
What did you say about Bennett? Don't give it to Bennett.
I said we shouldn't give it to Bennett because he already has a ring of invisibility he's not using.
I feel
Oh,
attacked.
that's right. I gave you one, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
You mean this one?
I feel like it should
I'm
be
gonna
something that's
hold up
beneficial
the-
to.
That does have it on.
And then Bennett turns
I
invisible.
don't need it. I don't need.
I'm not gonna use it just to show people that I have it on. But it is
They're
there.
complaining that that you don't use it. So if you use it, then you're like, see, I used it.
As you're all trying to determine who gets loot, we'll continue on with our journey. Pretty much the first day out to sea, it's a good day. The breeze is in your favor, so we'll definitely make up a good time. We come to nighttime. Is anybody going to take night watch at all?
I will.
I can take
I'll do
first
last
watch.
I only need 2 hours.
Snap.
So who's taking watches? Sorry, there was
I
like
can do-
all three of you guys said something at the same time.
I can do first watch, Aradia.
Lockhart can do last watch because he has to prep spells.
I can do this second watch.
I can do the first watch, but then I have to go to bed.
I have this ring of sustenance, so I only need 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it's the same with me.
You can activate that once a day.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do it overnight.
So Azara and I can take watch.
We could take a middle watch.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
So,
Captain? Sounds like plan.
Yes.
So, Iradian Captain, first watch. Eek and Azar, second watch. Lockhart, third watch. Bennett, are you doing a watch or are you sleeping?
I'll hang out with Lockhart for the last watch.
Sure. Captain and
Before we
Iradia.
head,
Yes.
I'm gonna fill up my powder horn, so where it's full of powder, I'm gonna get a little pouch of 10 shots, and then I'm also going to load my pistol and stick it in my belt.
Look at that, Brent.
Oh,
You've
cool.
been working on that for 5-6 months now, and you now have a pistol.
Yes. And just watch. I'm going to fire it, and it's going to explode.
So,
Bennett. Come here. Since you're taking the last watch, I have a gift for you. So Eek is gonna reach into his pocket, and he's gonna hand him the 2 vials of clear ear.
What's this?
That he made for him. So what these do is you put them in your ears 2 hours before you want it to take effect. And it will actually make it so you can hear and kind of like get a better sense of the things that are around you. No offense. I mean, there are some times when you seem kind of oblivious to things that are around us. Not being insultive, but just saying that this will help with that. However, it does give you really bad BO.
Oh.
However,
Nice.
you'll be able to hear better, you'll be able to see things better, and you'll be able to smell things better.
Okay. Thank you for that. So I can hear, smell, and see things better, and I have BO, so that means that I will be able to smell myself better when I smell terrible. Thank you
Yes.
for that.
In other
I'm gonna
words, it
take
gives you
those
a
two-
+2. It gives you a +2 to your perception, all perception rolls and knowledge rolls, but it gives you a -2 in charisma rolls.
Cool. All right. I'm going to take those. I'm going to put them in my pocket. Good night, Eek.
And actually, you got 3 of them. I made you 3.
Okay. Just write that down.
trading of potions. Captain and Aradia. Captain, I take it you're probably steering the ship, yes?
Yep.
Alrighty. Sailing through the night. The two of you, as everybody starts to go to bed, I need the two of you to give me a perception check, please.
Guidance. Ooh.
I got 13.
Oh, 26.
26. Alrighty, as you're standing there with the captain, you look off into the setting sun in the west, and you see it seems very familiar. Like back in the distance, it seems like there is that whaler, that ship that you saw a couple days ago, like just on the horizon. As the sun dips down, and the ship disappears from view.
Does it look like it's moving in the same westerly direction?
Yeah, it actually looked like it was moving like southbound across the horizon.
Towards us? Oh, towards the horizon?
No, it's like on the horizon. You're seeing at it at the horizon, and it's moving southbound. You guys are heading northwest, but you see it just heading. It looks like it's heading southbound.
I will attempt to point this whaler out to the captain. Captain, I saw this same ship before we hit Tidewater Rock, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything to be worried about. They're not heading toward us, but I do find it interesting that this is a vast ocean, and I've spotted the same ship twice.
Indeed, it's not the same ship as the ones that attacked Tidewater Rock, is it?
No, Captain, I don't believe so. Which, speaking of, have you heard word from Shortstone?
I've not. I pray that he is safe. Well, he has not returned via the helmet. So, either he is fine, or something prevents him from using it.
Let's hope he's fine.
Former. Yes.
Yes, I would love to have more information on that crew. I mean, now that they're without a leader, what are they going to do next?
I assume promotes the second in command. But
yeah,
any ship would do.
Yes. But also from what we've heard, they're not that competent. So maybe they'll just self-sabotage their own crew and just dissipate.
Yes. Well, Reister did say that Knuckles' Grip was the second in command, the first mate of the Thresher. And also the crew is loyal. It seems that he is somewhat of a coward. So I do not expect them to give us any trouble in the immediate future.
I agree. And I'm sure Shortstone's fine. Captain, this next place we're headed to, I know there's great treasure, but did I not hear mention of in the lure of a monster guarding the treasure, perhaps?
It did say something about that. Let me see here. I have the map in my pocket. If we could perhaps review the riddle together. One?
Yes. This is much better. I'm not afraid to hold this one.
Yes, the other one tends to dampen my pocket, unfortunately.
Ugh.
Let's see here. What does this riddle say? I will read it to you right now.
So, as you're looking at the riddle, it says, "From Blue Blight's embrace, spy the grave lady's prized tooth. With the dawn flower's first kiss, climb the captain's wayward orb to claim old king's hoard."
Dawnflower's first kiss. This reminds me of the riddle we had in the...
Go ahead, Wendy.
No, it's fine. You go ahead. Okay. No, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you guys are you're studying this riddle, correct? Is that does that one pop out to you, Aurelia? That Dawnflower's first kiss. Yes. Is that why you mentioned it? Okay. Go ahead and give me a religion check. Do you have any religion knowledge?
No, I can't. I can't make it.
Not going to be able to.
Nope. Just local history. That's it. Not religion.
Captain, do you happen to have religion at all?
Yeah, but you're not there.
Sleep.
Yes, I do.
I know. I'm just joking.
Yes, and actually, it would be a 26.
Sure. So as you're looking at this, Captain, you actually the Dawnflower's kiss. You actually kind of relate that to the sun that is kind of etched upon this map. The stylized image of the sun is actually the same stylized image of a goddess. The Dawnflower's first kiss actually refers to the goddess of the sun, Siren, called the Dawnflower. So that could definitely indicate that that line itself could definitely indicate that you have to be able to, with the rising sun, perhaps you will get another clue on potentially where you can find the treasure. But that line specifically, since it kind of stood out to you, Aurelia, that is something, Captain, you were able to figure out.
Well, it does seem like this Dawnflower refers to the sun god, so perhaps dawn. Yeah, but it does say right in there Dawnflower, so it seems to indicate sort of further clue if we can arrive at these places, the captain's orb and whatnot.
Ah, yes, you're very wise, Captain. I mean, we'll have, a little while to figure out the rest of the clue in this riddle. And hopefully we can just hop off, get on the island, get our treasure, and be on our merry way.
Indeed. That would be the dream, wouldn't it?
Yes. Captain, you're not upset that, the lady didn't ask for your hand in marriage, are you?
I am not. I must say I am much more wed to my studies and the increasing knowledge of the arcane. I have no time for a wife. But I hope that Azara and the Lady of the Rock, the two ladies of the Rock, enjoy each other's marriage. Perhaps it could be good for Azara.
Yes. And I will also say it's I think it's brought quite a shock to Mr. Lockhart during the ceremony.
Oh, you think so? Perhaps he's never attended the wedding of two women before.
It's possible, though he is not a stranger to wedding because he had one of his own. So I imagine he would be used to all the rituals and whatnot. But I think it may be because he has expressed interest in Zara, though not very well.
What kind of interest?
He finds her brave and talented and interesting.
Do not we all? Yes. She's lots of things. That's why she makes a good first mate.
Yes, I agree, and I find Azara to be amazingly talented and skilled in what she does. But I mean, he finds her more talented than the rest of us.
Oh, he has an over emphasis of her abilities, perhaps.
Yes, and that perhaps he would like to get to know her on a less friendship level.
And more professional level. Well, he's had plenty of time to do that. I mean, 40 days.
Yes,
as
Captain.
The first shift is coming to an end, as you guys are talking about this, Eek and Azara are making their way up onto the top deck. In the middle of this conversation.
I just mean in a more. Oh, hi, Azara.
Hi. We're here to take the shift. You guys want to go to bed?
Yes, thank you. And I'll point out the whaler ship that I spotted on the horizon to both her and Eek as well.
Oh.
It's weird, right?
That's
We saw it
weird.
earlier. Yeah.
Aradia, give me a profession sailor check for me too, please. As you point this off, you guys start heading to bed.
14.
Okay, cool. So you point that out to him. And then you guys Captain, you head to bed. Aradia, you head to bed as well?
Yes,
Yes, I do.
Good night. The shift is yours. The helm is yours, Azara. And I must apologize. I know that most people on their wedding night prefer to spend it with their beloved. But alas.
Alas, I will spend it on the top of this ship.
With me!
With...
I feel honored.
Well,
I feel honored, Azara, that you
But-
spend your wedding night with me instead of your new wife.
Again, business transaction.
I know, I'm just
Well,
giving you shit.
I can think of
know.
much worse people to spend your wedding night with than Mr. Eek. So I bid you good night to both of you.
Good night.
Good night.
Captain.
Captain, you head to bed, crawl in bed. Pupil crawls his way out of your coat and nestles up in your beard. Aradia, as you're laying there drifting off to sleep, you're just kind of thinking about that whaler a little bit, and as you finally start to lose consciousness, you realize you guys were heading northwest, and that was heading more south direction. You actually realize it was actually going against the wind as you drift off to sleep.
Uh-oh.
Zara and Eek, you guys are taking the second watch.
It's a nice peaceful night, Eek. Can't hear you. It's too peaceful. It's too quiet. Speak up.
Oh, sorry, the wind is like really bad. So yeah, how does it feel to be married? It was peaceful,
I
so
don't
I
know.
thought.
I got a smooch on the lips, that's all I know, and signed a piece of paper with my blood. I
Yeah,
feel
pretty
the same.
interesting.
Have you been married before?
Nope, never have. I've been, a little too wrapped up in my work, running for my life, getting kidnapped by pirates, becoming a pirate. Not like that. That's something that I don't want to have happen. I mean, I do. I mean, it would be nice to, find the one true love and, settle down and, I guess have little eeks. Oh, God, that might be really bad. Do you know how much stuff will get blown up?
Yes, including possibly your children.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
it's best you wait a bit before you get married.
It comes when it happens, When it happens, it happens. That's what I've always said.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I just haven't met the right woman, How about you? Is this your first time getting married?
Yes.
Ah,
It's not.
interesting.
I mean, it's nothing special. It's just this thing and a piece of paper.
Yeah, because I have to admit, I didn't see that coming.
Oh, no one did, I believe.
I mean, it's just like, hey, you saved my life. Let's get married. I mean, normally that only kind of happens like, in the fairy tales when you save a princess or something. Is she a princess? Do you know if she's a princess?
No, she didn't tell me that.
Oh, maybe she is, and she thought there would be an obligation or something for that. All right.
Oh. I just think it's a business transaction, and I agree. It might be best to combine the ties between our ship and their rock area, land.
Yeah, true. Well, did you happen to see? So, is Adam? Is the ship still within view?
No, you guys. Aradia is the only one that saw it.
Oh, okay. So she just pointed out where it was, and then we actually didn't. Azara and I didn't actually see it.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
Correct. Only a
Oh,
radius
okay.
out.
Anyway,
a lot of weird things have happened around us, and now we have this weird ship that seems to be sailing away from us, but with us.
wait, do we know that? I thought we didn't know that.
I thought Aradia pointed it out to us, and she said it was the same ship.
Yeah, but we don't know anything about sailing with us, or because that's in her dream.
I know, but we saw it before. But anyways,
Radiant.
It doesn't really matter. So yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna climb up into the crow's nest and see if I can take a look around and keep an eye out for things.
All right, don't disturb Pluck. He's up there. I told him to keep watch for Shortstone.
Fuck off.
Okay. I'll bring you a cracker. I'm gonna make sure, like, I'm gonna run down and grab some crackers for Pluck or some bread and take them up to the crow's nest and be like, here, Plucky, 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 Plucky. You want some bread?
Yeah. Yeah, he takes them. He takes them gently out of your hand. You're up there. You actually don't see anything. The rest of your guys' watch is very uneventful. Just the sound of the wind coursing through the sails. As the next ship passes, Lockhart and Bennett make their way up onto the deck.
Eek, Azara. We're here to.
Hey guys.
How did it? Anything to report?
No, not on our watch.
Pretty boring.
That's encouraging.
I mean,
Hopefully it'll be just a quiet night.
Yes, I mean, Aradia did say she saw the whaler's ship, but we both didn't really see anything, so just keep your eye out in case you do see a boat or ship.
Which direction was that?
I don't remember, I'm sorry.
Oh.
That way.
Well,
yes,
I'm sure
that way.
Oh, okay. All right. I will keep an eye out, and I'm sure I will see it if it comes back around.
All right, perfect.
Sounds good. Night, boys.
All right.
Lockhart doesn't say anything to either one of you. And then as soon as you guys get down the steps, he's going to look at Bennett. I'm dead inside.
What? You're getting what?
I'm dead inside. Bennett.
Oh, well, okay. What? Why?
Did you not
What seems to
see
be the problem?
Azar get married?
Oh.
I definitely saw that happen.
Yeah, thanks, Hotwall. I'm glad you used. No, you were happy for no. Click, 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 click.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, just half of us agrees with the marriage. The other half is having trouble dealing with it.
Oh, I see. Oh. Really?
Yes.
I couldn't have said. I didn't notice. Huh.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic right now, but we were just developing a really close friendship, and I don't want to ruin it.
No. I did not notice. I don't know if you noticed. I'm kind of oblivious. Because Eek even gave me these and then pull out the 3 vials and like. Am I that oblivious?
Oh.
I mean, you pulled out 3 vials and you didn't tell me what they were.
He
said
that. He gave these to me and said that it makes me able to see, smell, and hear better.
Oh, you should take them immediately.
But it also makes me smell horrible.
Oh. Huh.
I'm gonna put them back in my pocket and just like, yeah, just seem kind of, I don't know. I mean, I know that I don't see everything, but I didn't know it was that bad.
You know, uh, there are times where you miss out on some things, but it's not bad. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just like put these if I don't need them.
Yeah, I mean, in extreme circumstances, I would say use them to help us.
Okay. All right.
But
I'll keep that in mind.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I did want to ask you. A couple days ago, you had mentioned about possibly training together. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you have in mind? I mean, I'm probably up for most things. I mean, being able to fight better can't hurt, especially since I don't
Yeah.
have any magical abilities or not very perceptive. Yeah,
Well,
anything would help, really.
Yeah, I think learning tactics would be best. Feeding off each other when we see weakness. I think the best way to learn that is maybe getting Zendara in here when she's healed. She's a little bit stronger than us. I feel like she could take both of us on, and we could just practice there. Best way you gotta learn is through combat, unfortunately. But I'm happy to teach you what I know. Maybe get you some wooden daggers so you don't try to stab me again, eh?
I mean, sure. I mean, you are hard enough to hit as it is, so I mean, our fight a while ago kind of showed that you're a slippery one. Yeah. It's hard to connect with you. It really is.
Well, it's not fair when I can just turn into mist. So
right.
I understand.
You're right. It is not fair. Using magic is.
Did you want to learn some magic?
I mean, that would be kind of cool, but I mean, I don't know how good I'll be at it. How do you learn that type of stuff?
And he like thinks about it. It's like, oh, you know what? I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I could teach you. It just kind of like comes out. It's not like Captain where he studies it. Just kind of like, whoa.
I'm gonna kind of like that.
Yeah,
like,
do it one more.
Put my hand out.
Do it one more time. And I'm gonna behind his back. He's gonna cast dancing lights, and they're gonna appear through Bennett's hands and like shoot off. Did you do that?
I guess, but I didn't feel anything. Like, am I supposed to feel some kind of?
No, yeah, anything? That was me. I'm sorry, that was me. Yeah,
as you guys are
sorry.
As you guys are going through your training montage, the dinner bell rings for the new day, second day of sailing. Everybody wakes up. You guys have some breakfast and everything from fish guts. Again, another day. Very, very calming day. The breeze is definitely at your back. You guys realize that you could probably get to Mancatcher Cove by afternoon tomorrow, especially if you sail through the night. Yeah, nothing really happens throughout the day. A couple people kind of jump over the side and just kind of swimming alongside, just kind of freshening up a little bit, especially after the battle that everybody had. Sandara actually wakes up and is starting to walk around the ship a little bit more. Rolf, still getting his hand taken care of. Barrett Chainlin and the captain going through a training session. Captain, what are you trying to teach him? Like on the what spell would you be attempting to try to teach him first?
We are going to start with just the most basic. We're going to start with Mage Hand.
Mage Hand. Not very successful in this first day. He's continuously trying it, starting to get somewhat aggravated. He tries. He doesn't complain. He doesn't complain. He like kind of lowers his head, takes a deep breath, and keeps trying. But as the day starts to progress, dinner is served as well too. Another stew. Do I have another marching order for the night?
I do actually have a question.
Yes.
I would guess that the captain is maybe one of the ones that's one of the weaker swimmers of the group. Would that be correct? In me saying that? Perhaps. Okay. I'm gonna go up to the captain and Captain, I don't know if you can use this, but yeah, I'm not using it for the moment, but here, just if it'll do you any good, and I'm going to hand him the ring of swimming that I had for a long time, and yes. So I took that one off and put the ring of invisibility on, so swap that one out.
Good. Okay. That gives Captain, what did we say, was it a +10 to his swimming speed?
I think it's a +5.
+5 to my swim check or my swim speed?
It's your swim check. It's your swim skill.
Okay. Yes, your swim skill. So you get +5, that's fine. So you said same marching orders for the night, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Aradia and Captain, give me another perception check.
That is 13 for me.
11 for me.
11. Yeah, as you're both sitting there and everybody else has kind of gone to bed, the two of you actually notice a fog bank starts to roll in. A fog bank.
Okay, got it.
Bank.
Oh boy, another one of those.
As you're sitting there, this thick bank of fog has rolled in the evening, and it's reducing your visibility. And it's like you guys are like in the midst of this. Maybe see it a few yards ahead of the ship. The wind hasn't changed course or anything. But from the gloom, you hear a dull clanking of a bell somewhere nearby, echoing through this fog. Suddenly, as you're both sitting there directly to the port side of the ship, you actually see a hulk of a ship looming in the fog. Its hull is rotten and stained black with age and rot. And before the mist swallows this ship once more, you can see the name of it on the worm-eaten bow. The Death Knell.
The death what?
Death Knell.
No.
Oh boy.
You're both sitting there. This lasts maybe about a minute. You both kind of like look back behind you and the fog bank is gone. There's no ship.
Did it look like, were there lights like in the stern lanterns? Were there people on deck?
From what you could really see, you could notice maybe a couple low-lit lanterns. You could make out just kind of like the hull. You could barely see the masts. A couple of the thingies, the sails, kind of tattered and torn. You could hear them. Actually, as you're looking, you don't even hear them flapping in the wind because they go past you the opposite direction. The wind is behind you. It's going against the wind.
Does it look familiar to the whaler that I've been seeing at all?
Possibly. Maybe. I mean, that whale. I mean, you actually looking at this, I would say, Aradia, yes, this does look like a whaler ship. Sitting low in the water, just like you saw the night before.
I'll kind of grasp the. Go ahead, Captain.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to grasp the captain's shoulder and say, Captain, that, I think, is the whaler I've been seeing. And last night, right before I drift off to sleep, I wanted to bring this to your attention and I forgot all day. The ship that I saw last night, that whaler, it was going against the wind in a not natural way, sort of like how what we just saw. Are we haunted? Is this ship haunted?
Both of you give me a knowledge local check.
18.
17.
Both of you, like, as you think that, you think the death knell, and it pops in your head. Of course, you guys have definitely heard this. This is like kids' tales that you've heard before. The death knell is a ghost ship that you've heard of in tales, captained by the terrible whalebone Pilk, who sails the fever seas in search of sailors to feed his ever-hungry crew and fuel his ghostly ship. And you know that rumors are that the death knell always stalks its prey for 2 nights before dragging them down into a watery hell on the 3rd night. Once again, as you look back, no trace of the ship.
Oh no. Where we UTPK, huh?
But you guys also know part of the tale as well too, that this only happens out on the open seas. Typically, if you make it to land, then you should be safe.
Captain, how many more days? How much longer until we get to Mancatcher's Cove?
If the wind holds, we should make it tomorrow day. If the wind holds.
Well, let's hope the wind holds, or I think we're going to be in trouble.
Yes. We will speak of this at the officers' meeting in the morning, but we should not tell the rest of the crew. There's no reason to get them riled up.
As you say, Captain. How do you fight a ghost? Do you still stab it? Will magic work on it? Can I put one to sleep? I can put one to sleep.
That is something that bears researching. But my first answer would be one fights a ghost with great trepidation.
Aye, Captain.
As the rest of your shift ends, Azara and Eek come onto the deck. Say your goodnights. You guys don't tell them about anything, I take it.
I'll mention it to Azara.
Okay. You say, do you tell her as Shice, or do you just speak in Elvish to her?
I'll speak in Elvish to her.
Okay.
And tell her to, pass it on to whoever takes the 3rd shift, but not to scare the crew.
Alright, am I not telling Eek because you think he'll freak out?
You may tell Eek, but not the crew at large. We do not want them to get overly tense when the rumors say that it should attack tomorrow. But I will sleep lightly and with my shoes on.
Alright. Have a good rest. Good night, Aradia. I wish you good dreams.
Good night, Azara. Good night, Eek.
Night, guys.
You guys go into your second watch. It's a very boring shift. The wind's still at your back. Azara, do you tell Eek?
I do.
What?
Exactly. Hey! I told you not to announce it.
I just said what?
I know,
That's
know your
freaky.
voice. Lower your voice.
That's right there.
Better.
Like that. Oh. We're
Adam,
supposed
can
to
you
like,
mute?
we're supposed to
Say
like
again?
make landfall tomorrow, right? So
Yes, so hopefully
we should be.
we won't. Yes, exactly.
I just thought of something that might be really bad because
What?
there's supposed to be like a sea monster at the Cove, right? Sea monster on one side, ghost ship on the other. That sounds really bad.
Where else are we going to go? We need to
Well,
hit land so the ghost ship doesn't get to us.
I know, but what I'm saying is that it sounds like we're pretty much between a rock and a hard place. Oh crap. Okay. I'll make sure to keep a really good eye out tonight. And Eek's gonna just quickly fly up to the crow's nest.
You don't see anything for the rest of your shift. Lockhart and Bennett arrive. You tell them.
Yes. Tell them. I whisper it. Just don't alarm the rest of the crew. There's a ghost ship in it. They attack on the third day, so I'm hoping we reach land by tomorrow.
Why are we staying in the open ocean? Why don't we get closer to land? But
that's
I mean,
what we're doing,
continue.
Bennett.
Okay. I'm just wondering if it's better to go closer to land but continue on what we're doing. I don't know the route that we're taking. Is it better to just go straight? Are we going straight through open ocean?
So they can leave us alone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Sleep well.
You too.
But I'm on watch.
And then in Elvish, as you walk away, Azar, he's gonna say, "Be safe."
And as you. And when you have a moment, Lockhart, I'd like to speak to you. Perhaps the next day.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Anytime. Yes. Okay. And he's gonna immediately turn to Bennett and go.
As he turns a bigger shade of red than he already is.
And like you can see it glowing. Just like wow.
Hi, Eek.
All right. Coming. Going to bed.
We go to bed.
I think I'd take Bennett to the main floor of the deck and just have him go without weapons and stuff like that. And we're gonna start with just basic hand-to-hand defense combat and go from there. Like I want to give him a little bit of training every night.
I'm going to try to keep my mind off of the fact that we might be getting tailed by a ghost ship that's going to pull us under the waves.
It happens all the time.
As we go through this training montage of the two of you in the middle of the ship, the breakfast bell rings. Another morning, everybody is awake. Continuing on as per what the charted course looks like, able to continue in the direction that you are heading. And as you're all sailing this northwestern moment, you hear, and standing on the deck, you see Mr. Shortstone.
Hey.
He's sitting there. It looks like he's got like blood just kind of like trickling down the side of his head. He just goes, "Oh, that was interesting," and he just faints, face first into the deck.
I immediately turn him around and start healing him.
He just, oh, good lord, it is all right. Oh my goodness gracious, that was good.
What just happened? What happened, Shortstone? And I take the helmet off so he can breathe better.
So what? I made it onto the ship, and oh my goodness gracious, there was a ship in the water late at night, and it was very scary, and it was like lots of fog and everything. But then I think we actually got to Mancatcher Cove, and we like pulled into the cove as well too, and like there was maybe about like 12 people left on this crew, and then we all heard like this crackling sound and everything, and like the ship sounded like something was being ripped out from underneath it, and then somebody started screaming, and then like I saw like a vine grab somebody and yank him over the side of the water. I don't actually know what was going on, but I made it. I actually jumped into the water. I almost got bit by a shark, a hammerhead shark to be exact. I got over on a rock face, and I slept there for the evening. I climbed up to the top of one of the mountainsides. I didn't hear anything, didn't see anything, but the ship that I was actually on, it looks like whatever it was, it got broken by something, but I didn't see anything else. I did notice that one of the tiniest ships actually made their way out of the cove. And then it disappeared. There's other island chains that I couldn't tell if it actually went to one of the other smaller islands or whatnot, but... Oh, hello, good to see all of you again. Oh, my goodness. Okay,
Radio will offer him some fresh water.
And he just, like, grabs it. Oh, yeah, so how's everybody else doing? How was the rest of the rock? Captain.
Azara got married.
Azara got married to who?
I'm sorry, Azara. I just got really excited.
Oh, congratulations! Who'd you marry?
It was a business transaction. It's the Lady of the Rock.
Oh, you'll have to tell me more about that. You and the lady. Oh, how romantic.
Oh, hold on a second. Were there any survivors? I mean, what was this thing, the Kraken that we've been talking about?
Oh, the Kraken. No. This is definitely not a Kraken. I could, they say that Mancatcher Cove is like surrounded by a giant creature, and I couldn't really tell, but it looks like it's all spread out over the top of the cove. But during the day, I didn't see anything. But I did look down into the middle of the cove, and it was this bright blue bottom of it, very beautiful. And it looks like there's ship wreckage down there as well too. But other than that, I wasn't very quite sure. I could see the sharks, and I think I might have even seen some of those there's like humanoid creatures with like the gnashy teeth as well too that we've all gone after before. The Sawagan, yes, I think I've seen some of them around there as well too. I noticed a couple of their heads pop up out of the water, so I would definitely suggest if that's the direction that we're going, that we'd be incredibly safe.
Captain, thoughts? Anyone?
Is there another island we can get to before nightfall?
Well, I mean, there's a whole bunch of chain of islands, but I don't know what all those look like or anything. But
let's look at the maps, Captain.
Very well. We shall consult the maps.
Yeah, you look at the map, and sure enough, you see like the main island of Mancatcher Cove, and it seems like maybe there's like 8 other little dots of like islands around.
Well, I think it would be prudent to take the song towards the cove. If we arrive there with enough time, we can scout it out during the day, but we can retire to an ancillary island at night. That way we will hopefully be protected from anything that might come in the night, whether from the cove or elsewhere.
What do you mean elsewhere, Captain?
Well, it's a big ocean, Mr. Shortstone. One never knows, and it's always nice to be close to land. Just in case, why don't you get something to eat? You are no doubt hungry after your night aboard a rock.
Oh, and one other thing I wanted to tell you too, Captain. When I couldn't quite tell where it was, but And when the dawn started coming up, I kind of looked at this side of a cliff face, and I saw like it looked like a gold glint coming from the side. There could be treasure up in there. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it was something very glinty and shiny.
A gold glint.
But I saw it for maybe I saw it for maybe a couple of minutes, and it looked almost like that the way the light was hitting the cliff face, it looked kind of like a giant skull, maybe.
Interesting. I shall certainly annotate that in my diary.
Food sounds good there, Captain. Yes.
Mr. Shirtall, you saw this golden gleam on the Mancatcher's Cove?
Yeah, in Mancatcher's. No, in Mancatcher's Cove when we were stationed inside of that. I saw it at sunrise. Yeah, when the sun was coming up, it actually was kind of like hit me in the eye for a minute, and then after like the sun kind of went for a couple more minutes, like everything else was very distorted. And it was very hard to tell where it was, and I heard splashing in the water, and I tried to climb up the mountain face like even more. It's a very difficult climb as well too. I slipped a few times. It's actually when I fell and banged my head, passed out for maybe about another hour, got up to the very top, and then just in the distance I was able to actually, if you look. Actually, yes, towards the northwest, you could probably see the island just off in the distance. Right now, but yeah, I saw it in the morning. Why is that good? Is there treasure there?
Oh, I don't know. I just wanted to know what you saw. But as I say this, I'm gonna kind of throw a knowing look to the captain, just hinting that like that's maybe part to the riddle. Confirmation.
Also, give me another knowledge local check for any of you guys as well too.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Those are the
my best work. 10 for me.
23.
Jordan.
Natural 20. Sorry.
Natural 20. 10 for the captain. Knowledge local, if you have it.
26.
26. Yeah, especially a radio, and Lockhart, you kind of pop this too as you guys are talking about this clue. From Blue Bite's Embrace, Shortstone had just mentioned that looking down into like the cove itself, that there's like a giant sinkhole pretty much, and it's like this vibrant blue. You kind of be able to piece together from sitting in that direction, that's probably the start of this riddle. Of where you could actually get the rest of the clue, or the start of actually hunting for this treasure is starting there above the giant blue sinkhole.
Okay.
And you said you were going to continue looking at the riddle as well too?
I wanted to maybe look at the phrase the something. The Gray Lady's tooth.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now. So from Blue Light's Embrace, that is the Cove, yes. And then we have Spy the Grave Lady's prize tooth. Perhaps that is the skull.
Bennett, when he says that, give me a religion check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Well, Bennett, you know exactly who the Grave Lady is. It is the goddess of death, Erasma.
Right.
You definitely know that.
I know
and she is known as the Lady of Graves. And the line, like when he's talking about that skull, it refers to the rock formation that resembles Death's head, essentially, or like a skull of death. And perhaps that prize tooth as well too could be possibly a beacon of where you actually have to climb into the skull of death.
I will portray that to everybody. So that
yes, so it's interesting, Mr. Ishmael. So as the skull, perhaps the skull's tooth, one of them is gold, like a golden tooth, and at dawn we will see that golden tooth, and then follow the tooth to the skull, and through or in or near the skull we will see the captain's wavered orb. Fishy, I don't know what that means.
Anybody can give me a knowledge local check on that one. Anybody can.
21. I'm rolling hot.
17.
18.
8.
Sorry, 16.
17.
Yeah, Eek, Zara, and Lockhart. Lockhart especially, too. You guys remember about whose treasure this was. You do... Oops. Wrong mouse. You guys know that this is referring to Captain Wolf, but Lockhart, you remember the tale of Captain Wolf, that he actually lost an eye in battle. But you don't remember which eye it was.
I will deliberate that to the captain.
I can't remember the exact. I know he lost an eye. I think that can point us in the direction.
Lines a captain's wayward oar. So perhaps there is a formation of some kind that appears to look like an eye that we would have to find and climb in order to find the treasure location.
Maybe the captain had a lazy eye, and that's why it's.
Well, let's hope so.
That wasn't in the story.
Oh,
if his eye is lazy, perhaps the climb would be easier.
Or do we need a key, like an orb, to put somewhere in his eye?
Well, we shall only find it by arriving at Mancatcher Cove. And it appears that it is on the horizon.
Onward.
What about the creature, Captain?
Captain, I don't mind
creature?
saying this, but the sooner we get to land, the better I'm going to feel.
Seasickness,
and I'm gonna...
Mr. Ishmael. I'm surprised after 40 days at sea that you are still queasy.
That's not what I'm talking about, Captain. I'm trying to be discreet as possible.
Great. What are you hiding,
I don't...
Bennett?
What am I hiding?
He's hiding.
You're the one that told.
Huh?
You're the one that told us about the whole thing that is coming later tonight. If we don't get closer to land, I'm trying to keep my voice down. So I'm like,
not the crew. They don't. Just us.
Yeah, the rest of the crew doesn't know.
I'm trying to keep it discreet. The crew does not know. Does not hear this. And they don't freak out.
I am sick. I need the island.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
Bennett, you need
That's
to sense
exactly what I'm doing.
Right.
Oh,
Great.
Captain, can we please get to land sometime soon? I'm not feeling well.
Oh, me neither. I don't feel good.
Zara, are you okay? Do you need healing? I'll heal you.
All right, let's settle down. We will just get to land. That way, Mr. Ishmael's stomach will settle.
Much appreciated,
and
Captain.
Mine.
Yes. So one wonders if it is not love sickness that is hurting you, Zara.
I'm sick. I'm just trying to. I was trying to just go along. All right, fine. How long does it take?
As you guys start sailing, a couple hours later, Shortstone back up in his perch. He goes, "There it is, Captain!" And he points toward you, and what you guys see is almost like a giant crescent moon island, and then to the right and to the left, you see a couple other like speckled islands as well too. But this island, it seems like there's a lot of trees growing up the sides of the mountains and on top of the mountains as well too. And it almost looks like as you start getting closer, there is an opening in this island that you could sail in. And as you start getting closer, you actually see this massive, what looks like canopy of vines across the top. Once you start getting closer, it's not a creature. It's legit just vines spread across this giant cove. Mancatcher Cove forms almost a perfectly round bowl on the side of a jungle-cloaked island. Start sailing in, the water in this circular bowl is almost indigo hue compared to the turquoise of the water surrounding the islands, hinting at the extreme depth of the cove. Cliffs surround the bowl on all sides except for the entrance, and a few small beaches have formed where the water meets the rock face. The jungle grows thickly atop of these cliffs, and massive trees spreading their branches out and over the cove. From these trees, a series of interlaced vines have grown like a loose net canopy 100 feet above the water, giving the cove a cave-like quality in the shadows of pre-dawn and twilight. There's vines and there's roots extending down the cliffs, creating a dense maze of twisting tendrils that shroud numerous dark hollows in the rock. But as you're all looking at this, between the roots and everything else, like looking at this massive canopy, this looks like it's the creature from the myth.
Oh boy.
That's these vines and everything. I mean, they just look like tree vines. Like the sea creature myth was a lie. It was put in place to try to scare people off. There's no creature here. It's a mass tangle of vines and roots going down the side of these rock faces. And as you all look, actually... and you actually notice that the cove is actually a natural formation as well, too. And it's called a blue hole where erosion and ancient epochs gouged in sinkholes in the rock made up these islands and everything. But as you kind of get in, you realize that this is maybe about 300 feet wide, and looking down, you'd say maybe hundreds of feet deep, and you can just see the bottom of this sinkhole. It's very deep, dark blue, but you can also see the remnants of ships down there as well.
Wow.
They look torn to shreds, but also down at the very bottom as well, too, it's white sand. Sun overhead, you can see that. Kind of look around. Everybody on board, give me a perception check.
8.
18.
22.
14.
I'm gonna use my reroll from John Christian because I rolled a natural one.
Ooh, you go.
You'll probably got higher than I did.
That's a 24. Thank you, John.
Or, yeah,
No,
we
sorry,
can
the
Azara.
reroll was from Sarah back in the day. Sorry, back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Sarah.
As you're both like looking, the two of you, like Eek, you actually notice a couple shark fins like in the water, kind of like up and then disappear underneath. You kind of look through and you can see like half a dozen, maybe more hammerhead sharks swimming through the water. But Azara, you had just a little bit more. You kind of glance across the water, and next to like one of the rock formations, you see almost like the top portion of a scaly head dip underneath the water. It disappeared.
Knowledge creature.
I mean, you don't even need to. I mean, you've seen these things before. You can definitely tell that was a swaggin that dipped underneath the water.
There's swaggins in here.
What a beautiful day.
Swaggins.
What?
I need to be careful.
Captain, maybe we should find another island to park right now, because I think this is a little too dangerous around here.
Adam, based on our position in the cove, does it look like we'd be able to turn the ship around and leave before whatever Swagans might be in the cove could board the ship?
Yeah, of course. You guys have some room. You said it's like 300 feet, like wide, like the diameter from this giant hole is about 300 feet. Yeah, you guys definitely could. Take a little bit of maneuverability to get there, but yeah, you could definitely make your way back out. There's a couple other islands on the side, away from Mancatcher Cove that you could go for the evening if you so desire.
Let's prepare to bring the ship around. I don't think that we should leave quite yet, but we should position ourselves to make a hasty retreat if need be. It would behoove us to test the Swagin's force. Did you catch that?
No. It was so loud. Sorry.
I think that we should bring the song about and point it towards the exit to the cove. I do not believe that it is necessary is that we retreat immediately, and it would behoove us to gather greater information about the number of opponents that we would face. If we wish to raid this treasure cove, we will need to be here at some point, and I would much rather do it in the song than do it on a small dinghy that could be capsized.
It's good to plan, Captain.
Hi, Captain.
Aye,
I'm
Captain.
gonna go to the helm
Let's
and
get
turn it around.
Let's get all hands on deck. Beat to quarters, Mr. Ishmael. Everyone should take up arms. We may be in a hairy situation before we leave this cove.
Everybody pulls their weapons, gets in position, and you guys are able to turn the ship around. As you guys are looking, the most you see are just the sharks in the water. You don't see any sign of the Sahuagin anywhere. You do notice that along, and this whole cove is just surrounded by cliffs too, that there's just holes and rock faces all over the place. You guys don't see anything. Don't hear anything. Oh, yeah, dude. Do you guys stay? As the day starts to pass on, starts getting a little bit darker. You can make it to one of the closer islands. You could probably get there in maybe about an hour's time.
Do any of them have a cove, Adam?
The other ones what you could tell are even on the map as well too. This seems like it's the only cove. The other ones seem just like jutting islands. But you could pull up alongside the beach of some of them. Definitely not as well protected as Manchester.
Yes. I think that we should drop anchor here and double our watches tonight. I think that we are much better off repelling Sahuagin than we would be repelling anything else that we might come across tonight.
Sounds good.
Hi, Captain.
Hi, Captain.
Right.
You drop anchor. Actually, throughout the rest of the day as well too, you actually see Fish Guts goes over to the water and actually spears a hammerhead shark alongside owlbear as they reel it up. They start cutting it open and everything. Looks like we're going to be eating some shark tonight, Captain, so everybody can be well prepared. Yeah, we'll all be safe. So yeah, you guys have some shark stew for the evening. Who's give me a watch, ladies and gentlemen, please.
I'll take first.
Me as well. And I think I would like to instruct something different for the watch. Take some scrap, some odd bits of wood that we have around the ship, and I want to place some small torches or candles on them and just float them off the ship. I want to illuminate some more of this cove so we're not the only thing that's lit up. Hopefully we'll see anything that comes out of the water and it's not just only be able to see what's on deck, because I feel like the Sahuagin probably see it in the dark and I certainly do not.
That's a dope idea.
Sure. So Radia and Captain. Anybody else on first watch as well?
Actually, I've got an idea. I've got a whole bunch of twine and bells that I got. What I'm going to do is, just in case something tries to get on the ship, if on certain entry points, I'm hooking up wire and bells near the edge. So if someone tries to climb over, you'll hear a ting, 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 ting. And so before I go to bed, I'm going to start setting that up in all places, all around the edge of the ship, and all entry points.
I'm gonna join Captain and Aradia on that watch.
Cool. And I am gonna cast Mage Armor. Because I'd rather cast it now than later.
Yeah. So Bennett, Azara, and Captain taking first watch. As the rest of the crew, they start to kind of head to bed. Get ready for sleep. Captain Eek, you're able to put up your bells and your whistles. Everybody seems like a little bit harder trying to fall asleep. Those of you that are down in the hold. Captain, you're able to light a couple candles, kind of set them off some driftwood as well too. Hour passes. Nothing. The three of you, give me a perception check.
Nothing's getting by me. Those candles are really
19.
pretty.
22.
Captain, as the three of you are kind of up on the deck, you kind of look back in the backside of the ship. And you notice that the couple candles that floated towards the back part of the ship have gone out. And you start to hear a...
I'm going to alert Mr. Ishmael and Aradia, and I will also message Azara, Eek, Lockhart, and I think I have two more of the crew members, and say, I believe that we're about to enter battle. Wake your companions and silently make your way to the top of the ship. I'll say there's no reason to let them know that we know that they're coming. And hopefully that's a smart move.
I'm going to pull out my 2 masterwork daggers and kind of hold them there for a minute.
The three of you currently on the ship, where are the three of you located at? Where are you at?
Probably. I'm at the helm. Or just around there. I don't think
like...
we need the wheel right now if we're anchored, but
I'll be just below the stern castle. On
I feel like I'd be near the captain.
On the starboard side, be specific.
Sure. So, Captain, you said you're next to the wheel?
Yeah.
But like that booming... Guess who? What? Where are you going?
I guess I'll drift further back towards the very stern of the ship, because if I'm at the wheel, I probably can't see over.
As you're kind of drifting away from the ship, you hear that boom, and you actually look over at the wheel, and you see the wheel shudder a little bit. Every time that you hear that boom, the wheel shudders slightly. Boom.
I see. They are touching our pillar. Is it breaking it, or attempting to climb up?
Should we do something right now?
I think that we wait and prepare ourselves.
Azara,
move to the side where the thing is. I'm going to kind of punch down, just kind of underneath the side, so that I'm kind of hidden.
Azara, Eek, and Lockhart, you get that message in your head. It just kind of wakes the three of you up. As you're down in your hammocks, you hear Captain's message playing in your head.
I'm gonna hop out and start going around, waking people up and going, shh. We're being boarded. Get ready to fight. I'm gonna go, shh. We're being boarded. Get ready. We're being boarded. Get ready to fight, but quietly. And going around, just waking up as many people as I can. And then, of course, I grab my crossbow and load it up. And all that fun stuff. Getting ready for a rumble.
Lockhart and Azar? Can't hear you, Azar. I think you're muted.
No,
still muted.
Oh, no. It's okay. I'll go. I think Lockhart will cast shield on himself. Kind of look over, look at Azara's hand, pause for a little bit, and then cast shield on her. Like, let's go. He's gonna move up.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Did not press mute. My computer sucks. Okay. I would do the same thing as Eek.
Cast a spell.
Leandro Leandro looks at you, Azara, and says, do you want all of us to wait below deck until you give an order? And then we'll just go rushing up on the deck if you need us.
That's a great idea. Some of you should stay down there. Yes. Thank
Yes. You are. And he kind of looks back at everybody else and just kind of tells them to lower themselves. As the three of you, I take it, head up onto the deck of the ship.
I'm gonna prepare myself and cast fly. But I'm not gonna fly. I'm just gonna have it ready.
Excellent. As the three of you get up on the deck as well too, my new three people up on the deck, give me a perception check, please.
You said new people?
Yes, so Zara, Lockhart, and Eek.
12. I did
21.
bad.
Perception?
Yes, please.
I wrote a natural one. So I don't see
Natural
anything.
1, but I wrote it's a 9.
Oh no.
Yeah, like a 9 for me as well.
As you start to, the three of you kind of start to sneak up, you guys don't even see Bennett, but you see the captain and Aradia standing up by the ship. Eek and Lockhart, you're both kind of like looking around on the ship, but Azara, you happen to glance up at Azara and the captain, just in time to see what looks like two long green tentacles come down, wrap themselves around their waists, and yank them up
No!
into the air.
Yank Captain Shice and Aradia?
Captain Shice and Aradia
Deja
into the air.
vu!
As the two of you feel yourselves getting pulled up into the air, you hear kind of like this gnashing sound. As just there's enough light, it's a full moon out coming up through, and this canopy before that looks just like vines, you see it start to wiggle. A lot of these vines start to move, and as you glance up, almost through the moonlight, you see this giant bundle of vines as well too, and you see it start to move and like peel out of the way, and you see a massive black beak as it starts to snap at you.
I knew it. It's a giant fly trap kind of a thing. I was thinking that whenever it happened.
And ladies and gentlemen, here is where our voyage is going to stop for now.
Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in for the past 6 weeks of a Voyage of the Siren Song. I love scaring the crap out of my crew and everything. I know the whole time you all were sitting there going, oh no, what's going to happen? Well, I'm not going to do anything mean to you yet. I'm not quite there yet. But yes, that is where our tale is going to end for now, my friends. And Dat Fam, Best Fam, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us the past 6 weeks as well, too. I'm going to toss it around to the captain. Captain, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and any words for the final part of the year, final part of 2021.
Hi everybody, I'm Philip Rossi. You can find me at Philip J. Rossi. I play Captain Shice Heisenberg, the 73-year-old wizard pirate captain of the Siren Song. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say that we're super excited to have done this, and we're even more excited to come back and find out what happens to the crew. And all I can think of is like those little Venus flytrap plants in Super Mario. That's what keeps coming to mind. So we'll see what happens. And as far as 2022, let's all hope that it is better than 2020 and better than 2021. Looking for a return to normalcy in a healthy, safe, and fun way. Let's hear from, if her mic is working at this time, my first mate, Diana Estrapa.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, my computer. All right, my friends. Okay, Lockhart, are you okay?
He just yeeted himself out of there.
Well, I hope he's okay. Love you guys all out there. Dat fam, best fam. Are you all right, Lockhart?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay. Scared me. Love you guys so much out there. Thank you always for your support. I am Diane Restrepo. Dat fam, best fam. I am excited to come back. I'm excited you guys got to see a glimpse into our home game, not homebrew game, but our home game that we started beginning of COVID to kind of take us to another world and not have to worry about what's happening in the outside world. I'm happy to bring it back. I love you all. I wish you all a happy new year, Merry Christmas, or happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the new year. Some of you know that Adam and I do cooking on our channel. So come check us out there. Norse Foundry will be there on Monday. Other than that, I love you all very much. And I'm going to send it off to my girl, Wendy.
Ow! Thank you, Diana. Hey, everyone. I'm Wendy Lee Zaney, playing Aradia the Witch and her cute blue ring octopus companion, Taco. And there it is. 3 times 4. Have a good night. There it is. One more. So yeah, I'm not happy we're ending on a cliffhanger, but I can't say I didn't see it coming. So this is a little bit like deja vu again for Aradia. For those who don't know, during the home game, I had been grappled once already, and this crew had to come to my rescue, and luckily they were successful, so I didn't have to make a new character. So let's hope we're successful again. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us through the last few episodes. We can't wait to come back and show you that we will not TPK. You can also find me coming up in other TRPG shows that I will be announcing via my social. So you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Wendy Lee Zaney. It's just my name. And you can, if you want to watch me play cozy games or scary games, here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Wendy Lee Zaney. And of course, the YouTube channel where me and Dustin talk about a lot of nerdy news, nerdy movie stuff. It's the Movie Couple channel on YouTube. And with that, I will throw it to Dustin.
Thank you, baby. Yes, I am Dustin Zaney. You can find me on our YouTube channel, like Wendy mentioned, the Movie Couple channel, and here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Darth Zaney. That's Darth Zany, and also at almost all the social medias at Darth Zaney. Thank you all so much for joining us. It was so much fun being able to bring this game that has been so near and dear to our hearts for so long, and has brought us so much, sanity, because with these last 2 years have just been so crazy. This game has always been something that has grounded us and just brought us together. And even though I wasn't able to physically see my friends, I was still able to spend time with them and be able to say, I love you guys and I miss you. And hope everyone out there has a happy holiday. And I'm super excited to see you in the new year, 2022. And I'm going to throw it over to Mr. Brett.
Thank you very much. Brent Horst. Yes. Brent Horst, and I am happy to say that I've had a lot of fun with this while we were streaming and before. So this whole thing has been a lot of fun. This is actually the first RPG game that I've had that actually had a through storyline. So this has been a lot of fun and it's been great. I hope you've been enjoying it as much as we have. And yeah, thank you for watching, everybody who has been. And yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody and a Happy New Year. And see you in 2022. Shoot.
Hello. My name is James Chu, and I'm sorry for being absent. I'm in the middle of looking for a place in LA, and I finally got one.
Ooh!
That's the call that I had to answer right now, of them confirming that I have the place.
Yay!
Congratulations!
So, I will, yes, thank you all. I will be up there January 1st.
you can find me on the socials at ChewBear20. DatFam, BassFam, you guys are always amazing. And this crew right here have been amazing themselves. Even though a third of you I've never met in person, you're some of the closest people that I call not only friends, but family. And so I love you all, and I can't thank you enough for allowing me to jump on with you. I will have Adam.
Me? Thanks, James Chew. Yeah, guys, and I'm Adam Conn, your GM. Through the DAT fam and welcome him into this. And this is something that we've all absolutely loved. And thank you guys so much for joining in with this crew. Lucas Martinez, the absolute amazing artwork he did for everybody for Christmas last year. Being able to use it on the channel this year has been great. But thank you guys. It's been a wild ride. And to let you all know, too, be on the lookout on all socials and everything, because Jared and I have a wild new year coming up for you guys. Not going to tell anything to you yet, but just know there's shows that you've seen, there's shows that you haven't seen. We've got a lot of new stuff coming out. We will be back middle of January. We may have a DAT chat going on as well, too, at the beginning of the year, so be on the lookout for that. We'll have our DAT Christmas playing later on this week as well, too. And yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing you guys some new stuff in the new year. I love you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Joyous Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you guys celebrate. Go out, be safe, have fun. Love you all. Dat fam, best fam. We'll see you guys in the new year. Love you all so much. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends. Love you guys so much.